I believe, anyway.
It's time for Wahoo Warrior football right here, and it's homecoming on BSDNlive.com, Saunders County Online YouTube, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, and 99.3 FM WAB. So if you can't find it, you're not looking hard enough. We have a couple of great announcers bringing the call of game to you today, and so I want to start off. Bobby, thank you for joining us tonight. You took a little time off your normal job to be able to help us out.
Yeah, I was able to step away from what I normally do and join you up here in Wahoo. Excited to be a part of this whole production.
So normally you are you do a lot of stuff with Huskers, actually, don't you?
Yes, I do. I'm with Nebraska football probably about 90% of the day for every single day, 365, and then the other 10% is a mix between class, schoolwork, broadcasting on Lincoln Prep Sports, and student radio station in Big Ten Plus. So.
And then this past summer, you were one of the voices of the Fremont Moo.
I was.
Experience there.
Yep, I was up there in Fremont with the Moo this past summer, and now back again, reunited with you, this time doing high school sports.
So, and then, as always, John Herrera is joining us.
You bet.
And, again, giving us great insight regarding what's happening here. And from the student body perspective, Warriors now taking the field. But, again, just tell us, what was this week like, homecoming week?
This is it's a big week. If you're coming from a teacher, administrator perspective, this week is a pain in the butt because there's a lot going on. But as a football guy, as a football coach and a player, you are amped up because this is a big game, big opponent. You got a big-time atmosphere tonight. We just had a pep rally during our last period of the day, so the kids are fired up. Everybody's ready to rock. I'd say it's a beautiful evening for football, but it's a little warm, a little sunny.
Fall weather?
You know, it's not your typical perfect fall night like we had week 1 and week 2, but it's a big game atmosphere, big C1 competition coming to town from a really high-level football program in Aurora, and everybody's fired up to kick off tonight. And get the weekend started.
Unfortunately, I don't have the interview with Coach Fox. I'm not able to find that on the upload, but we will get that later so that everybody can kind of see where the Warriors have been, where they're going. Just a couple of good, strong weeks here as the Warriors have stepped up and with a 2-0, but let's have the national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now, as we have
That's awesome.
the color guards coming off, but what an amazing rendition. The students right here, talent on the field and off the field at Wahoo Public Schools.
Yeah, Tate Nailson, Piper Rustermeyer, Hannah Simon, 3 super talented, wonderful singers for our music department.
Then we'll be hearing from the band a little bit later on at halftime as getting ready. And so now we do want to say thank you to all of these sponsors as well as we get ready for this fantastic game before us. So we want to say thank you to the game sponsor tonight is Wahoo State Bank, and we'll hear from them a little bit more a little bit later on. We also want to say thank you to JEO Consulting, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store, and Retire Path Advisors, Estudillo and Verbral Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Rivalry, we're your biggest fans, Berkshire Hathaway Home Source, Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contracting, and Tim and Seth Molly Construction. It's always great to have a lot of sponsors involved with what we're doing here.
Yeah, it's a great community, and they really support the Warriors, and they support the Cavs over at Bishop Newman as well. But tonight, it's all about the Warriors. And despite the sun, they're sporting the black unis out there with the yellow pants, kind of giving me some of my Pittsburgh Steelers vibes out there. I'm kind of loving that. But big game atmosphere tonight, Bobby, and we're fired up here. I mean, it's ready to go. It's a beautiful night for C1 football. And let's get that sun to dip behind a cloud, and we can all enjoy a beautiful fall evening.
It'll probably be around the mid-second quarter.
Yeah, I think
maybe
so.
Maybe the later stages of the second quarter where that sun will finally set beyond the horizon. But you're right, it is the black uniforms. It is the blue helmets for Wahoo, black jerseys with the gold numbers and the gold pants on the opposite side for the Aurora Huskies. White helmets with a red stripe over top, white jerseys with red numbers outlined in black, and the black pants as the Wahoo Warriors will start with the football. Aurora will kick from left to right. The Warriors will receive going right to left. There is currently a cloud that is helping block the sun a little bit.
Yeah, the cloud is doing us all a big favor. I don't know how much longer that cloud's going to last, but I'll take it. And about every 4 seconds when this oscillating fan hits us, I'll take that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always a great night, Friday night football, whether it's hot, cold, or whatever. But another big game atmosphere here at Wahoo.
And especially the fact that it's homecoming.
Homecoming, you got a powerhouse program in Aurora coming to town. It's a great night. It's a great night to be a Warrior right now.
It is 89 degrees. It feels like it's 94. Ooh. It is sunny with a stray cloud in the sky that is blocking the sun as much as it can as we are ready to play football here from Wahoo. Kick is away. It's a line drive kick, and it's going to be fielded right around the 10-15-yard line. And here comes the return from the Warriors. A good return already down the sideline. Cody Hesser makes a cut at the 45, baby. Makes a move again at the 40, and all the way down inside the 35-yard line in Aurora territory. It'll be first down and 10 for the Wahoo Warriors. Kickoff coverage. You can talk about special teams in any game you want to, but it's extremely pivotal again, and the Warriors make the most of it on the first play from scrimmage, and it's on the kickoff. They run it back.
That's Cody Hesser's first touch ever in a football game. He came out for football as a senior. He's faster than heck. He's 6'4", always been a basketball, baseball guy. Tonight he just made a huge play on special teams to start the game. Great job, Cody. He's in my homeroom, so shout out to Cody Hesser.
You'll be pretty fired up for him.
Yeah.
Kip Brigham is the lead tailback. We'll talk about him plenty. The first carry of the game will go his way, running to the right side.
There we go.
Muscles through some contact.
Power.
Yes! The first down, a little more breaking a tackle inside the 5. He'll score.
Kip.
Touchdown, Wahoo.
Kip, famous for his one-play drives. Brigham, he is a hard guy to bring down. He's not a huge, in terms of height, guy, but he gets behind those linemen, and he is strong, and he can run guys over, and he can move, and he's a phone booth guy, and once he gets out in the open, no one can catch him because he's track fast. He's a very special talent, and nothing like 2 plays in being up.
They talked about
6-0.
him last week against Ashland Greenwood, and he was lights out dominant last week against the Blue Jays. First play from scrimmage, already 1 touchdown. Extra point try is up, and good from Kane Haar, and it's 7-0 Warriors early.
Unbelievable start.
On 1 play from scrimmage.
Yeah.
11:39 to go in the opening quarter. I don't know if you can really summarize that any better. It's a beautiful kickoff return, and then you run the simple play of just
a little zone-off tackle play, and he's capable of making any play a big play. And it looked like it was kind of a scrum, 4, 5, 6 yards, but it's kind of like old T. Frazier back in the day when I was in college. Florida had him all kind of bundled up, and then he just kept driving. Next thing you know, he's out the door.
Yep.
And if you don't tackle well, Kip is going to make you pay. If you give him any space, he can accelerate in one step, and then it's trouble.
And he's already done that already.
He has done that.
Special talents indeed.
He
really came on last week, I would say, where you saw his name really, really pop up. And everyone's like, hey, watch the name Kip Brigham. And sure enough,
a year ago, he wasn't even the starting running back. We had a senior, Noah Bedorski, who was really good. Noah got hurt in the Ashland game a year ago. Kip came in relief, and then in this game, he started, had 8 touchdowns in about 2.5 quarters. Every time he touched the ball, he scored. And it was unbelievable. Record-breaking day, and he's been on the roll ever since. And right now he's as good as it gets in probably multiple classes.
Yes. I was going to say you would know him a little better in the classroom than I do.
He's a UNK commit, D2 commit. They're getting a great player, a great talent.
They will. Wahoo boots it away. This will be fielded at around the 11-yard line. Here comes a return from the Aurora Huskies, and making good return out towards the middle of the field. And
Hesser on the
bringing
tackle.
it to the ground is Hesser, as Kleinschmidt is the one that returns it out to just about the 30-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Huskies at the 32.
So far, it's a Cody Hesser, Kip Brigham kind of night.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, he's making tackles. He's just all over the place. Great night. And, he's a guy who just kind of stepped up, and we didn't know, I don't coach anymore, but, it's kind of like he's never played football, but he's a really good athlete. How's that going to work out? And it's worked out really well. He's jumped in, and he's a super smart kid. Very coachable. He knows the plays, he knows the defense, and he's out there jumping in, and he's making plays.
They're backing up Aurora just a little bit to the 31-yard line. First down and 10 for the Huskies with 2 receivers to the right, a tight end on the right side as well, and they're going to go with a QB keeper, and Wyatt Pollitt couldn't go anywhere with it. Brought down immediately behind the line for a loss of right about 1 yard. It's going to be second down and 11 upcoming.
Yeah, Harry's in there. Alex, that's his dad. Eli Shada is in there, and those guys have been a force this year. They lead the team in tackles. Eli at the end. You got 6'7", 300 Carter Brubbits on the inside. It's really hard to move him, so the double teams free up our backers to make plays.
Second down and 11, a man in motion to the left, and this time it goes the way of Landon Danhauser. And
is that ball
got
down?
Maybe a yard, if that. They're going to say he was down. The ball did not come out. It's going to bring up third down, and again, this time third down and 12 for the Husky offense.
Yeah, and the guy, the bright spot, in my opinion, the bright spot of the team this year has been that defense, because we lost so many starters last year off the front seven that were so dominant. A lot of these guys out there, other than Eli and Harry, a lot of those guys were not full-time guys last year, so they were kind of fill-in guys. They got a lot of playing time, but they really stepped it up this year.
Third down and 12. This time looking to throw is going to be Pollitt. Looking to his right. The pass is intercepted by the D-lineman. Brubbits was the one who came away with it and is brought down to the 10-yard line.
Kidding me? Carter Brubbits with an interception.
The 6'7", 300-pound D-lineman comes away with the football. It'll be first and goal for the Warriors at their own 10-yard line.
Dragging a kid like on the playground when you can't pull down the big kid. He's dragging a couple of dudes towards the goal line. They finally get him down. This moment right here, that's ridiculous right there, but this moment right here feels like it could be a breaking of will right now. I mean, if we can punch it in real quick, establish that dominance and be a quick 14-0.
With not even 2 minutes off the game clock.
Yeah, we've barely gotten started, and it's just been
first
amazing.
Down and goal. And again, they give it to Brigham right up the middle. He goes. This time he will not be able to score. Got a couple of yards, nothing substantial all the way to the 10-yard line, and it's
a little cloud of
down.
dust. Oh, looks like we got a guy hurt.
There is Aurora Husky
down.
It'll be second down upcoming. Well, you mentioned that if you're able to swing the momentum like that on just one play, you have the kickoff return, you follow it up with a touchdown, and then you have an interception by the D-lineman 3 plays later. You punch it in, maybe not this play, maybe it's the next play.
Yeah.
14-0 with 10 minutes left in the opening quarter.
It feels like you could, kind of like in boxing when you knock a guy down in the first round, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, this might be over. There's a lot of football left to play, but the vibe is definitely changed when you go out and hit somebody in the mouth a la the Huskers last weekend. You come out and really hammer on somebody, it's like, oh, here we go. We are playing well, and this is going to be a fun night.
I mean, you can tell that to Terrence Crawford, who's going to box
Absolutely.
tomorrow night, and he knows a thing or two about throwing a punch and knocking a guy down.
Yeah, that will be amazing. If Netflix can control their system and everybody gets to see that fight, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing as well. Will everyone be able to see the fight?
No, that'll be a heavyweight brawl.
Yeah. Husky is
so
still down for the moment. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Warriors are 2-0 this season, and they have yet to allow a point to anyone's offense. Played Ashland Greenwood last week, really beat them in. And you go back to week 1, and they gave it to Nebraska City in a 55-0 victory as well. Feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, the first week it was an opponent that was we kind of had them outgunned. Got a little out of hand quick. Last week's game was 2 rivals. We've been rivals with Ashland forever. Last few years they've been really good. Their program's really, really great. Coach Thompson does a great job over there, and it's always physical, hard-nosed football, and it got really physical last week. Not like getting in fights and stuff, but just hard-hitting.
Body blows.
Guys were getting hurt. We had a kid get hurt in warm-ups. They were so fired up they were hitting. They ran into each other. He kind of hurt his knee. But it was just a physical game, and we scored, and then they came down. We had a big play on an interception, ran it back for a touchdown or a fumble, ran it back for a touchdown. And then it was 14-0, and it's like, okay, and we're waiting for Ashland to respond, and our defense played so well, and then we got down there and hit it again. It was 21-0, and then it just kind of slowly evaporated, and a couple of their kids unfortunately got hurt. And next thing you know, it's a running clock, which is unheard of in a Wahoo versus Ashland game. It's always a fist fight for 4 quarters.
It'll be 2nd down and 9. The injured Husky was Cooper Hudson. 2nd and 9, and how about this empty backfield, at least for the time being, with Jace Kaminsky. Lined up all the way out wide at left is Kip Brigham. We'll see if they motion him into the backfield here with 2 receivers out wide to the right as well. Man in motion, looking to throw. Stepping
kind of a
up
broken
Kaminsky
play right
is
there.
Brigham unable to come away with the catch. It hit the top of his hands, and it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Kind of seemed like either the snap was early or something wasn't right, because it surprised Jace when he got it. I don't know if there was supposed to be some motion there. One thing, Coach, and this is such a crazy start to the game, Coach Fox is always running. His initial play set is to see what the defense does. Check the coverage. What do they do to motion? How do they line up to this formation? Are we getting different looks than we had on film? And so far, they've been a 3-man front that I've seen on film, running like a 34 defense, similar to our defense. So they've held true to that pretty good.
3rd down and 9. Brigham again in the backfield to the left. They'll give it to Brigham. Up the middle he goes. Takes 3 Huskies to bring him down all the way to the 5-yard line. Should be enough, or it's just close. It's going to be 4th down and just about
2 or 3 yards maybe. They're calling it 4th and 5.
4th and 5.
Now this is an interesting one. I mean, do you go for it knowing that you're pinning them deep, or do you take the 3 with Kane? It looks like they are going to go for it.
It looks like they will, because if you bring in a bigger personnel set, you feel pretty comfortable with Brigham.
The power running game is
trying to power it in, even if you just have to run power.
Yeah. They definitely have a
6 backs in the backfield, and they flag throws.
What do we got here?
There might be
too many guys on the field. Looks like somebody came in that was not supposed to be in. All right, so now we're switching sets.
They have potential substitution penalty. 5-yard penalty. They had 6 guys on the field where they had 6 guys in the line and 6 guys in the backfield. You cannot play with 12.
And they were lining up some crazy formation to try to do some shifting and stuff, and that's when you got 12 out there, it's not an optimal situation. Yeah. So let's see if Kane can knock one through and get us 3 points there.
So Har will try a field goal from about 26 yards out in the left middle hash. Good snap. Kick is blocked, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone. And the Huskies will come away with the football. The opportunity from Har was there. Kicked it a little low, and I think that went in right into a Husky player hand. They'll come away with holding Wahoo to nothing.
Yep, so you missed 3 right there. It looks like Kane did. He kind of bladed it and hit it low and right into a Husky there. So now it's time for our defense to come out and step up again. right back at it.
8:58 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Wahoo on top of the Huskies from Aurora in this Week 3 matchup. First down and 10 for the Huskies. The way their last drive ended was an interception to the D lineman of Carter Rebich.
Yeah.
Wyatt Pollitt, and an extra guy comes onto the field late. A late guy as well. Stolge is the one that runs on. First down and 10, low snap. They're going to hand it off up the middle, getting met, brought to the ground immediately. Look to be Ian Jensen.
Nice.
It's a loss, and it's going to bring up second down.
Got Cash on the right defensive end there, and then, of course, Harry coming in there to clean it up. It is it's such a luxury if you're Harry playing linebacker right there behind the big boy. When you have to double-team Carter, there isn't a guard coming right at you. And then Cash can take on that tackle, and then you are free to fly. And Harry's a player, so if he's free to run and he hits you, you're going to know about it.
Second down and 13, 2 receivers out wide to the right. Receiver in motion from the left to right, it's Carson Allen. Pollitt gets a snap, sets him a screen to Allen. Allen running back towards the middle of the field is going to get to just about the 20-yard line. Picks up a few yards, not too many. And it will be third down and just about 9 upcoming for that Husky offense.
Yeah, and a big opportunity here for the Warriors to hold on downs here and get this ball back. So that, we were talking about the momentum and all that, and then we ended up not getting any points out of that. So there's a little mo going back to Aurora here, but we can kind of take that control back and get a stop here on third down. Let's see. It looks like they're in a spread double set here. They're going to chuck it around a little bit.
2 receivers to the right. They have 2 receivers lined up out wide to the left. A back in the backfield, Ian Jensen. He is to the left of the quarterback, Wyatt Pollitt, the junior. Pollitt's going to hand it off to Jensen on the play fake. Now steps up. D-line's going to get there. They bring down Pollitt for a gain of nothing. It's good fourth down for Aurora.
And I don't know if that was a called quarterback draw or not, but our front did a really good job of keeping him in the pocket, and then our linebackers were right there when he did step up. So good job by Carter, and then the 2 ends, Cash and Eli right there.
The Husky offense looks like they're out to punt. Pollitt is also the punter for the Huskies. We'll want to make sure that they have enough guys on the field.
Yeah.
Fourth down and 8. Huskies will punt it away. Pollitt gets it away. Not a bad punt whatsoever. This is going to go out of bounds right at around the 40-45-yard line, and they say it went out at the 44-yard line in Wahoo territory. And the Warriors will have first down and 10 with 6:47 to go in the opening quarter from the 44 on their side of the field. Now, after you get stalled out, turning it over on downs, and then you have the blocked field goals. Well, how does Wahoo come out?
I think they just continue work and just keep chipping away. And on a day like today, if you're not going to hit some big plays, of course they hit one right away. But if this turns into a ground and pound, they're the type of team that will sit there and pound you, and then all of a sudden, when you get fatigued, Kip will break one.
First down and 10.
Steady dose of Kip is coming here.
That's who they give it to on the first play. This third drive for the Warrior offense, and it's a gain of 5 yards for Kip Brigham, just about the 48-49 in Wahoo territory. Second down upcoming.
Yeah, another good play right there. I mean, they have it. If you're watching, it looks like the same play over and over again. He's just handing it off, coming across the quarterback. But there's options. There's RPOs coming off of that. Sometimes Kip's just getting the ball no matter what. Sometimes Jace is reading the outside man on the line of scrimmage. There's so many options they can have.
Second down and 6. Flag flies immediately. Rolling out is Kaminsky to his right. Throws on the run. Has a man. It's caught Christensen. First down inside the 35. Working his way down the sideline inside the 30. And Caden Christian has got a first down, but there is a flag that flew right at the line of scrimmage. I think if that's something you don't blow it dead, I didn't see a motion from Wahoo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either you think that might be offsides.
Oh, they're picking it up.
They're going to pick it up. They're going to pick up the flag.
Okay. Well, that's all right. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Couldn't tell which team was walking back or forwards, but nice play by Caden Christen there. Another one of those seniors on this class that has been really influential in the program. Just athletes everywhere. Last year he was All-State as an athlete. He was the punter, and he was given an All-State spot as kind of an athlete/punter. So another one of the weapons Jace can go to.
First down and 10 from the 25-yard line in Aurora territory following the big play to Christian. And again, they give it to Christian this way, setting up a screen to the left side towards the left hash. Got to gain about 2 or 3 yards on first down. Second down and 7 upcoming for that Warrior offense. Back-to-back plays to Caden Christian.
Yeah, trying little outside quick shot there, kind of a jailbreak type look there. And, just letting the guy work, and he's working at different points of the field. So Jace will hit anybody that's open, and I'm guessing now we're going to get a little bit of kip action somewhere up inside.
He is in the backfield directly to the right of Kaminsky. Man in motion.
Harry.
And this time they give it
Harry.
to Krieger, and Krieger's got a gain of a first down. And the ball came out. I think he got back on top of it.
Oh, they fumbled it.
They fumbled it, and
Wow.
Aurora's going to come away with the football.
Wow, he ran that kid over, and right when it hit, the kid's helmet must have been on the ball, and it just came right out and fell right in his arms.
I'll bring up first down for the Husky offense. So after the
Kind of a
one-play
crazy-
touchdown, you have a blocked field goal, and then right after the blocked field goal, ball comes out, and it goes to Aurora.
Absolutely, yeah. I was all fired up because Harry just straight trucked a guy, and then all of a sudden on the hit, the ball comes right out. He will be motivated to get back at it. Harry's kind of a sneaky weapon in our offense because he's so powerful that as a fullback type, he's tough to bring down, and he looked like he was charging for the goal line there.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Husky offense once again. They'll set up shop at their own 15-yard line. First and 10, they give it to Ian Jensen on first down on the play fake, and it's a QB keeper that goes the way of Pollitt. And Pollitt brought down immediately for a loss of 1. Second down and 11.
Yeah, nice job stringing that out. I mean, you got to have your responsibilities when they're running that zone read. You can't just – you got to have – somebody's got to be there for the back going down inside. Somebody's got to be there for when the quarterback pulls it. And Coach Iverson works that all week. He hits those scenarios because they watch a lot of film and they know you have to take this guy, you have to take this guy. And every gap is accounted for in that defense, even the backside, outside gap for those reverses and such.
Second down and 10 is where they spotted 2 receivers to the right, 3 receivers out wide to left. It's a design run for Pollitt, and Pollitt got maybe a yard, if that. He was brought down again immediately at the line of scrimmage on the QB draw. And it's third down. I'm going to say third down and just about 8 upcoming.
Yeah, Krieger's all over the place. Looks like Harry and Jack were both in on that one. Yeah, Krieger and Krieger right there, and twin brothers. Harry's a little bit bigger, but they're both really powerful, strong guys. And Jack's more of a lineman type, and Harry's more of a linebacker, fullback type, but they're both just excellent players, and they're juniors. They'll be back next year.
They'll be back next year in a big way.
Yeah, Harry's a returning All-Stater, and he's been a pretty productive player.
3 receivers to the right for Pollitt. Pollitt drops back, steps up, pocket begins to collapse as he rolls out to his right. Looking to go somewhere with it. We'll just throw it out of bounds, incomplete. Aurora will be forced to punt.
Yeah, good job. We had Grady Meyer blitzing on the left defensive side. He got in there, and as soon as that quarterback was flushed out, Grady was chasing him down, stringing him out. Good job by Grady.
That Husky offense, once again, not able to do anything about it.
Kind of a strange – they always look like they're going for it on fourth down, but what they do is they just have the quarterback quick kick it. So that's why we have guys back, and you would think you'd get to that thing to block the punt, but it's tough to get to.
Here comes a return from the 45-yard line. Aurora wants a flag on the return. They'll get it. And it's
the guy looking right at it did not throw the flag, but the guy down the field said, well, I'll help you out. I'll throw that flag. So they got Logan Kelly on a block in the back there right at the point of attack. It's kind of a close call, but be starting in our territory.
Not a bad return from Jace Kaminsky.
Yeah.
Your quarterback also being a punt returner, but that's what you see more in this high school football action than really anywhere else.
One of the reasons that's typically not something we do at Wahoo very often. Coach Fox likes to keep those quarterbacks kind of isolated from potential like that, but Jace he's a playmaker, he's an athlete, and the other guy that's usually back there is Logan Fye. He got hurt last week in the Ashland game, and he's a big playmaker, but they're looking for a next man up, and Jace he's the next man up, and he's a good athlete. He's a weapon to have back there, and he plays a little defense too at times.
I'll say sometimes if you're just an athlete, that will go a long way.
Yeah, you're just one of the best. You want to get the best 11 out on the field, and he's definitely one of those guys.
It's first down and 10 for the Wahoo Warriors from their own 35-yard line. 2 guys in motion from the right side of the line to the left side of the line. Brigham in the backfield to the right. They give it to Brigham on
There
the
we go.
stretch, running to his left, sheds a tackle, got a first down out past the 45-yard line, down to the 46. It's a fresh set of downs, another first down for the Warriors.
That's definitely a look that they're going to pencil in because you had that play. You had Harry and Carter, probably two of the most powerful humans in this quarter-mile vicinity right now, and they switched them. They overloaded one side and just powered it right over and was able to get a nice push because they outnumbered them on the edge there.
Two receivers to the right, dual tight ends on the left side for the Warrior offense. Again, Brigham in the backfield. First down and 10. It's a fresh set of downs. First down, Kaminsky drops back to pass, takes a shot along the far sideline. He's got a man. It's caught to the opposite 45-yard line. Bring up second down. It looked like that was
I think it was Josh Fox, number 8. Yeah. Yeah, a little called kind of a play action where he rolls out. Kind of close there. Carter was battling with a guy on that play side. They like to switch their defense. Some teams that run that 30 front that's all balanced, they just leave the guy on the right and the guy on the left. Aurora has a strong and a weak side, and they'll move guys depending on what side they think the play's going to.
second down and 2 for the Warriors. Again, Brigham in the backfield to the left of Kaminsky. And in motion, 2nd and 2. Kaminsky drops back to pass. Has all day, now steps up. He's going to run for himself. He's got a first down.
Ooh.
Met up right at the 38-yard line is where he's brought down. But he still got the first down for the Warriors.
Moving the sticks. Here we go. Tough run in there by Jace. He's not afraid to tuck it and go. Probably the best thing, Jace is a really good athlete. He has a cannon for an arm. He's smart and all that stuff. But the best thing about Jace is he has composure and he doesn't get rattled. He doesn't, some guys will get desperate, chuck up something they're not supposed to, but he'll tuck it and run, get 4 or 5, and live to see another day.
First down and 10 again for the Warriors, this time from the Aurora 38. They'll give it right back to Brigham on the ground, running to his right, runs through one guy, and it's going to take a whole pack of Huskies to bring him to the ground for second down and just about 3 upcoming.
Yeah, nice dose of running game right there. It's beautiful. And continuing that pressure, that offensive pressure on the defense, because if any of these defensive guys have to play offense and you're getting wore down here, there's a mental draining that goes on when you just keep getting the ball pounded at you. And that's part of that, breaking a team's will. And if the guys up front can keep churning away, good things are coming.
Second down and 4. 1:02 left in the opening quarter. Man in motion, circles around, orbits right around Kaminsky. They give it to Brigham. Jump cut out to his left side. He's got a first down inside the 20, inside the 10, to the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown,
there
Warriors.
There we go, Kip. He kind of looked like he wanted to have a little engagement there at the goal line, but the other fellow maybe did not, and Kip just ducked his shoulder and got right in. And great run by Kip, and that all that fatigue and all that grinding is kind of showing a little bit. The defense is starting to wear down a little bit, and we're early in this game, but to be up 14-0 in a big game like this is huge.
Extra point away from it being 14-0. They have had one field goal block. The earlier extra point was
shouldn't
good.
Say 14 yet.
Extra point try is up.
There we go.
It is good. So now you can say
there
14.
We go, 14. All right. Yeah, I didn't want to do any chickens and eggs here, but
let's go back to that touchdown because it looks like it's zone off tackle, and then he sees the linebacker coming in right at the tackle spot, and then he makes the nice little jump cut out to the left side. And right after that, he's off for the races. There's no stopping him.
Yeah, and a lot of guys, they may see that and they'll either lower their shoulder and get the 3 or 4, or they'll just try to sprint for the edge right away. But Kip will set a guy up inside, and then he's so fast he can plant, and like you said, he can jump cut outside. But when he accelerates, you better have a pretty good angle on him because he will outrun most of those linebacker-type guys. And then by the time it's to the safety, he's in the open field, and you either got to have a hold of him or something because he will shake you right out of your shoes or he'll run you over. So he's one of the – it's hard to say. We've had a ton of All-State – we've had a string for about 20 years of All-State running backs here, but he's kind of differentiating himself in a way from a lot of those guys because he has so much – he's like a 5-tool player in baseball. Yeah. He's not just a powerful guy. He's not just a fast guy. He's a little bit of all of it. So he's had some great plays here tonight. And, last year he did ridiculous things. He's essentially an all-class type player. So it's always nice to have one of those guys in your backfield.
He absolutely is. And it's one of those things where it's like if you could see him at Class B, that'd be amazing as well.
Yeah, he could play for anybody in the state. He could go down to
Millard South.
He could go into Millard and play for those guys because he's got that kind of shake. and he disappears behind linemen
Here comes
really
a
well.
return from the 10-yard line
There we
from
go.
the Huskies. Swallowed up
There
and
we go.
brought to the
Hugo.
ground immediately. The ball, I think, came
Hugo.
out a little late. But
Yeah, Hugo ripped that ball out, but
they're going to
there
say
you go.
Kleinschmidt was down.
nice
Be
job
first
by the
down for the
kickoff
Huskies.
coverage team.
Speaking of Millard South, did you see that they had they had something happen to them where there was an infraction, so their coach is suspended for 2 games, and they have to drop one of the games that they played this season, and
Really?
it's to the Vegas school.
They have to take a forfeit on it
Yes.
or take a loss? Oh,
Yes.
man. Well, that's crazy.
Had that sent to me earlier today. Came right from the Omaha World Herald.
Because they like to travel out to out-of-state destinations and play games against, like, Arizona Pinnacle and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Is that what that was? It's something to do with that Las Vegas game?
It wasn't something to do with the Las Vegas game, but there was something along the lines of that. I didn't read the full story.
Oh, wow.
First down and 10 for the Huskies.
That's wild.
Giving it to the right. It's Allen. Allen brought down in the backfield for a loss. Back by the 13-yard
Nice.
line. Loss of 2,
Who
and
was
again,
that?
the Warrior defense flies in.
Hugo. 2 tackles in a row for Hugo right there. 1,000-pound club member in our weight room off-season program. There we go. 2 guys who did not play any like prime time varsity time last year because we had so many dudes up front, and they would come in once the game got out of hand, but they have stepped in this year and been really good.
Second down
Really
and
good
13.
defensive players.
Bullet drops, snap, rolls out to his right, has a man. It's Allen. That time he catches it along the sideline.
Oh, there we
the
go.
31-yard line.
That was a nice toe touch
It's
on
going
the
to bring
sideline.
up 3rd down and short for the Husky offense. And it was a bylaw infraction as well.
Oh,
They were penalized by the NSAA for an early season football violation, including the forfeit of a game and a 2-game suspension of its head coach, as that is going to bring us to the end of the opening quarter. 14-0 with the Warriors in front of the Huskies through 1.
yeah, it's been so far so good. It's been great. That was a nice little throw and catch right there to the sideline. I'm assuming that young man is a relative of Austin Allen, famous Aurora native and Husker, tight end. Yeah, they've got weapons all over the place.
So we will go ahead and take a little break, but again, it is Warrior football right here on BSDNLive.com, Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, and 99.3 FM KWAB. Let's say thank you to sponsors, and we actually want to really show appreciation to the Booster Club, the Athletic Booster Club, who stepped up to do a lot of work to be able to help with bringing the new scoreboard into the brand new gymnasium. Finally able to use it this year.
Yeah.
So that has been one of those things. Again, the whole idea of the Booster Club is to be able to give those advantages to the students that we don't have to take taxpayer money to do it. So again, if you want to be a part of that, you can certainly contact the Wahoo Public Schools Athletic Booster Club. And that part of that is the Wahoo State Bank, as they are game sponsors tonight. We will hear from them at halftime talking about being a great part of the community, part of the Warriors. I also want to say thank you to JEO Consulting, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, love that name, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store and Retire Path Advisors, Estudillo and Vibrel Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic. And we'll talk about more as we continue on with the game right here.
That was crazy. If you're watching at home, all their linemen just belly flopped on the ground when they snapped it to the quarterback, and their quarterback just took off to the Aurora sideline to the north here, and not to be fooled, the Warrior just kind of like chilled out and then just went and tackled the guy for about a 1-yard loss. It was a little trickeration here to start the game, but not effective.
It's the first play of quarter number 2. Pull it back deep to punt. He'll punt it away. Good punt again. Takes a hop at the 40-yard line in the Warrior territory, rolls inside the 25, and that's where he'll die at the Wahoo 25-yard line. We'll set up first down and 10 for them.
Yeah, so here we go. Let's start this thing up here, and let's just churn some yardage out. We got about 65 yards to go here. Now, that can happen really quickly. Last year when we had this matchup on the turf in Aurora, that was a one-play deal or a two-play deal. But tonight it's been a little bit more of a physical battle up front. Let's hope we can get rolling here and maybe make a big play.
Again, it could just be another 1 or 2
Could
play.
be a one-play Kip drive, yeah.
We just know how good that Kip Brigham is in the backfield. First down and 10. He is to the left of Kaminsky. Kaminsky drops back on 1st and 10. Waits. Pocket begins to collapse. Rolls out to his right. Is going to throw on the run. Has a man open.
Ooh,
It's caught.
Kristen.
One
One-play
45
drive.
inside the 30. He'll take it to the end zone all by himself. Touchdown, Wahoo.
That's a one-play Caden Kristen drive right there. Proud dad up here in the press box cheering on his son. Caden Kristen, who also throws about a 90-mile-an-hour fastball for the Warriors in the spring, and he's kind of a jack of all trades. And that time he makes a play. You know, everybody has kind of a scramble drill. The quarterback scrambles out. You go somewhere, and Caden did a good job getting behind his guy, and Jace dropped it in the bucket.
Extra point to make this a 21-0 game.
Absolutely.
Extra point is up. Extra point is good. It's 21-0. You go back to that touchdown. Kaminsky has great poise in the pocket. You mentioned it. Kind of waits. He rolls out to his right.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to take off and try to run with it.
Totally.
And he just slings it and drops in a beautiful ball to Caden Christian for 6.
Assumed he was going to go get 5, 6, 8, maybe get a first down or whatever, but as soon as he sees a guy open, like if Caden was covered, he wouldn't have thrown that ball because he's not the kind of guy who just chucks it up to chuck it up. But he dropped that thing in a bucket. You couldn't put that ball too much in a better of a spot. Caden didn't have to slow down, didn't have to come back. He just caught it on the run and see ya.
And the other thing on that play as well, Caden wasn't completely wide open. He had no one in front of him, but he had
There was a guy right on his hip.
Yeah, right on his back hip.
He got
and
position
to
and
turn, make the catch, and just turn upfield. No one was able to catch him.
Yeah, sometimes on those scrambles, DBs will just completely lose track of people in the background. You'll see a guy wide open after a quarterback scramble, but Aurora had some discipline there. Caden just did a good job of getting in position so that the guy was on his backside, and if Jace dropped it over the top, if Jace underthrows that ball, that might be a little interesting, but that's something that he doesn't get a lot of credit for, being such an accurate and having such a strong arm. He's such a good passer, decision maker. So if coaches out there are watching film, he comes off he pops off on the film just from his leadership and his ability to make plays.
And just the athleticism as a whole. Warriors will boot it away 21-0. And we have a flag. It's going to be an offsides on the kickoff. I believe it was Calvin Babst that was
Cal Babst. Yeah, he's
a step ahead.
He's been making a lot of tackles on kickoff, and he's excited to get down there and get after somebody.
You don't see that too much, offsides on kickoff.
No, usually teams practice that so much, and the timing is kind of – they get used to doing it. And Cal's a guy that's been on there all season. So
I mean, for how much the Warriors score as well, you think he'd be pretty used to the timing.
They do kick off a lot. They've kicked off a lot this year. It's something they've done a lot of. And it's fun if you're out there on that kickoff team. You get to just run down the field and make plays. And for some of these guys, they're kind of backups or younger dudes, and they get out there and get a chance to make plays. Like Cal's, he's an upperclassman, but he's kind of a rotating receiver and defensive back. And he gets to be a starter on this, and he gets to just go out there and rock people.
Kleinschmidt again will return starting from the 15-yard line, and a return out just by the 30. I think closer to the 32-yard line is where the Huskies will set up shop, and I think the Huskies are still looking for their first down of the night.
Yeah, they've been held kind of back by the Warriors. Landon Glock on that play, sophomore, coming off of an injury. He's another guy to watch for as we go through the season. Younger brother of Marcus, son of Jason, who's a pretty good athlete for Wahoo in all sports. And Landon has been a really bright spot as a sophomore. Last year as a freshman, he started getting on the field during our championship run.
And he's tall as well, 6'4", 195.
He's a big kid, yeah. He's a big boy.
And you can only imagine that he's just going to get more physical and is just going to become a bigger body.
Yeah.
Still with 2 more years.
He's at
Wahoo.
One of those guys when you get a good, smart, coachable kid.
First down and 10. Pull it, drop the snap, and he's brought down immediately. The Aurora line could not hold up. Pull it, sacked for a loss of 7 or 8 yards. Pushes The Huskies way back in their own territory, and again, Aurora's defense continues to stand strong.
Yeah, that's trouble. I mean, I can see if they're, a lot of plays you leave that in man unblocked to run a zone read or an option or something, you read that guy. But if you bobble the snap and you leave that guy unblocked, and that guy's Eli Shada, he's just going to eat you when he gets to you. I mean, there's no getting away. He's a big, strong kid, and he, as a defensive end, I think he's leading our team in tackles, or second to Harry, one of the two, but he's definitely a playmaker.
21-0. 10:08 to go in half number one. Pollitt drops back, is going to step up, is going to throw. Pass is incomplete. I believe he was looking for Allen right over the middle of the field.
Yeah. Had a man open there, just kind of misfired on the play a little bit. Under pressure from the guys up front. But
that brings up 3rd down and 17. Long way to go.
Yeah.
The Huskies still without a first down.
Yeah. Another opportunity here for the Warriors to get off the field, make a play, and just keep that kind of foot on the throat mentality, so to speak, just to try to don't let these guys have any momentum.
No.
Really set it in. That's going to be a long night.
3rd down and 18. Pollitt steps up in the pocket. Pass caught at the 40-yard line, and there is the first down of the night for the Husky offense. It goes to Cannon Allen.
Yeah, and
Carson Allen's got a first down.
Yeah,
for the
and these
Huskies
guys
pick up a 20.
Sorry, these guys have been a pretty prolific passing team. They do have athletes out on the perimeter, and Aurora has a tradition. I mean, they had a guy a couple years ago. He's currently in the NBA, Baylor Sharman, but he was literally a guy that could be in the NFL right now. He was so good. And so they've always been a powerful, spread it out, spread power kind of, so to speak, offense where they'll spread you out and then run like traps and stuff inside. But we don't want to get him going too much.
No. 1st down and 10 from the 45. Again, it was the
throwback.
same exact thing. It's a throwback, and it's not going to work. Incomplete. As Pollitt ran right to the left, he handed it off, was expecting the throwback where he'd take it upfield. I was going to say it was the same thing that you talked about where the O-line belly flop.
Yep.
2nd down and 10 upcoming.
Caden Christen was right there, and I wasn't sure if Caden wasn't going to saw that guy in half, but he was kind of going for the ball and was able to disrupt it. And it's a good thing Caden was there, because if he catches that ball cleanly and Caden's not there, he might be down the sideline.
Yeah, that's a big play. You're not saying he's scoring, but definitely one where he's inside the 30. 2nd down and 10, 3 receivers to the left. They thought about setting up a screen. Rather, it's an RPO, and they handed it up right up the middle to Ian Jensen. And Ian Jensen gets a gain of about 8 yards to bring up 3rd down and 2 from the Wahoo 47-yard line. It's the first time tonight that the Huskies have reached Wahoo territory as well.
Yeah, they're showing some life. A year ago, they took the first drive and went right down the field on us and scored, and it looked like it was going to be a really tough game, back and forth type of thing, but we were able to hold them and then build a lead. But they're definitely showing some life right now, and this is a big challenge for the Warriors. Let's slow this progress and get the ball back on our side of the field.
3rd down and 3, 2 receivers to the right, a tight end on the right side of the line as well. They give it to Jensen again. Pollitt's going to keep it. Pollitt's got a first down out past the 40, down inside the 40-yard line to the 35. It's going to be another fresh set of downs for the Husky offense.
Yeah, they're definitely kind of getting warmed up. They're seeing something over there. They've ran a couple of quarterback keepers, and they're kind of hitting an off-tackle type of look, getting a down block on our end, and then they're getting numbers on us. Either somebody's out of position or they're just making some plays, but a little uncharacteristic of the Warriors right now.
They're starting to see the option game pretty well, keeping it and able to go back and forth. 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line in Wahoo territory with 8:05 to go. 2 receivers to the right. A man in motion. It's Carson Allen. They toss it to Allen. Allen looks like he's going to throw. He will. He has a man deep downfield.
Pick.
And it is intercepted.
Chase Kaminsky.
Chase Kaminsky goes up one-handed and takes it away, saying that is my football.
Wow. That's a big play. He was up in the air, too, like getting a rebound. He was just floating up there, and it looked like a guy got behind him, but he was able to recover while the ball was in the air, and that's a highlight reel catch right there.
They were looking for Cooner down the sideline, and it results in an interception from Carson Allen.
That's a huge play because that kind of stops some momentum, and hopefully we can kind of get this ball moving and get on the other side of the field, because they were definitely having some success in the running game.
7:50 to go in quarter number 2. Babst in motion. He's right behind Kip Brigham. They give it to Kip Brigham on first down. Stumbles a little bit. Is able to stay on his feet.
That whistle.
Refusing to go down. He's got a first down and is then eventually brought to the ground. at the 25-yard line
Wow.
in Wahoo territory. I thought he might have been able to break it off right there.
Yeah, it seemed like he was going to drag a couple guys and break free. I was kind of thinking, where's the whistle? Come on, fellas. But he kept making progress, and so I assume if you keep making progress, they won't blow the whistle. But
No.
he's tough to bring down, Kip. I mean, he's not a very tall guy, but he's very powerful, and he moves quick, and his feet are always moving. So if you're not locked on, he's going to keep getting yards.
First down and 10 from 25 in Wahoo territory. Brigham again in the backfield. This time orbiting is Hesser. It's a handoff to Brigham running to his left side. He's got a first down the far sideline, tiptoeing the out-of-bounds line, and he stepped out just around midfield. Another first down for the Warriors as they continue to move the chains and move the football very effectively.
Yeah, let's churn it. They do all kinds of crazy motion, and sometimes that motion involves a guy that's going to be an option player. Sometimes that motion is just to change the front of the defense or just eye candy so that you can get a guy to disappear up inside the line. You know, Kip gets behind 6'7", 300. All of a sudden he's not there, and then he comes shooting out, and it can be kind of trouble for the defense.
First down and 10 from midfield for the Warriors. Two receivers to the right for Kaminsky. Kaminsky will give it to Brigham again, this time optioning going the opposite way on the counter play. Picks up a gain of just about 4, maybe 5 yards. Bring up second down.
Yeah, it's kind of wild when you run a counter and there's only one back in the backfield, because a lot of times the old school counter is fullback and tailback. Fullback hits and then the tailback cuts back. And if it's just Kip, it seems like the defense would just sit there and see Kip cut back. Well, it's a little tougher when all of a sudden you get big boys rolling around, and he is so fast when he plants his foot and comes back. He'll find a hole.
Second down and 6. Quick throw out to the right side to Hesser.
Come on, Cody.
Hesser's got a first down out past the 40, inside the 35-yard line, staying on his feet.
There we go.
Hold on to the football, and is going to go down. The ball came out later. They're going to say that he was down.
Oh,
no, they're going to say
on.
that Hesser lost that football before he went to the ground, or when forward progress stopped. It's another takeaway for the Aurora Huskies.
Boy, they're holding their breath on them whistles tonight. I mean, that last play where Kip was dragging a couple dudes, and this play, it really seemed like Cody's progress was stopped. And they just kind of let it go a little bit, and the next thing you know, that ball squirts out.
I mean,
it seemed like his progress was completely stopped.
It looked like there was 5 Huskies that had him, and were trying to fold him back, and there was one Husky in the mix. I didn't see who it was that eventually was able to rip away the football out of Hesser's arms. And it's another takeaway for the Huskies.
I'm sure that's what Coach Fox was talking to that official about. It's like, for player safety at some point, when progress is stopped, you got to blow that whistle. You're going to have guys coming in there pile driving people, and somebody can get hurt doing that. And player safety is the number one thing. But
halfway home in quarter number 2, still 21-0 Huskies. They give it to Ian Jensen. Jensen not able to shed the tackle, got a gain of 1. First one back there in order to bring him down was Jay Steischel.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got another opportunity to put up a little defensive front here. The game's a little ugly right now. Turnovers, all kinds of turnovers and some back and forth stuff. And it'd be nice to be a little more clean and just get that out. That was a nice play by Cody, but now we're back on defense.
It's a pickup of 1, second down and 9. 2 receivers out wide to the left. Back in the backfield to the left of Wyatt Pollitt. Pollitt keeps it himself, tosses out to the right. Ian Jensen makes the cut, makes one guy miss, got a few yards, nothing substantial, and then he's pushed the ground. Now they want to blow the whistle. Maybe now they're going to start realizing maybe that forward progress,
maybe when
we can start blowing it up
tackled,
earlier.
they should actually blow the whistle.
Yeah,
he kind of shook our pitch guy there coming up, and then Harry came in and cleaned him up after they had kind of a nice gain there. So option game requires like 2 or 3 guys to have exactly the right scheme. Otherwise, things can go haywire quick.
Third down and 5 with 5:03 and counting left in quarter number 2. Shadow starting to play a factor on the field. The entire Wahoo sideline is covered with shade. They give it to Ian Jensen again, running to his left. He's got a first down out past midfield, and that's where he's popped. Brought down at the Wahoo 49-yard line. Another first down for the Huskies.
Yeah, they're kind of back to what they were doing earlier. They're getting some success in that running game. They're getting us pinned down and then hitting that edge, and we don't have a guy to clean up after that edge gets sealed off. So that's something that the coaches will be looking at. One thing in high school that they have a value of is they can watch film during the game. They can see what just happened a second ago on an iPad. So Coach Iverson and Coach Fox will definitely be
We were
looking
talking,
to
we were
make
talking
those
about
corrections.
that earlier on the in-game video stuff, and
Yeah.
it's not always the best sometimes.
That's kind of your world. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely not always the best at this level because
Two receivers to the left. His pull-it drops a snap.
There we go.
And then is met
Logan.
by a
nice.
army of warriors.
Nice job,
Is
Logan.
brought
and,
down for a loss.
Yeah, Logan and Cash Parson right there. But, yeah, the video thing, technology is wonderful, and the ability to watch video on the sideline is wonderful.
When it works.
When it doesn't work, it's not fun. There's words you can't say on the radio about that. It's just a frustrating deal. But it's blessed football with such game-changing technology. I mean, 20 years ago, if you'd have thought, I'm just watching the play we just ran to change our defense or our offense, and they'd be like, no, that's highly illegal. Well, now it's just the Wild West in terms of video, and it's just a matter of time before they allow that in college. I can't imagine that at some point, because the pros are doing it now and high school does it.
Second down and 12. Pull-it drops back, sets up a screen to Ian Jensen. He's got a long way to go. Try to go in between two Warriors. The ball, I think, came out.
Come out?
Who came away with it?
Oh,
The
we
Warriors
got
did
it.
it.
We got it.
Jensen
There we go.
dropped the
Caden
football.
Kristen.
And Caden Kristen is the one who recovers.
Yeah.
Wahoo's got the football at their own 28-yard line, or at their own 48-yard line.
Got a little nervous there because as a D lineman, when somebody lets go of you and you just fly upfield, you got to think screen and you got to retrace your steps and come back. Two of our guys got sucked in and the quarterback just dumped it right over the top. Nice gain for them, but somebody came in and cleaned it up with a good hit. Caden's right there to get the ball. So another huge play where we're taking the ball back here.
First down and 10 from the Warrior 47-yard line. Two receivers to the left. Keeping it is Kaminsky off the play fake to Brigham. Has got a man. It's caught at the 40-yard line. And being brought to the ground at 36, 37-yard line is once again Caden Kristen.
Protect that football, boys. Yeah, it's a big play right there. Little play action. They double-team the end man there to give Chase a little time. Everybody's running their routes well, and we're moving the sticks. And before you know it, man, it's going to be halftime. This game's kind of going quick.
It's 21-0, under 3 minutes left. Half number one, 2:45 and counting. Two receivers to the left. Back to the left as well of Kaminsky. Kaminsky gives it to Brigham. He was in the backfield.
There we go.
Brigham's got a few yards and is brought down from behind, roughly the 25-ish yard line. 26 is where I think they spot it. I don't know if he's quite there at the sticks. He's going to be about a yard shy. Second down and 1.
Yeah, they were really ripping at that ball, too. So they're feeling that they've kind of had some success ripping the ball out, but they're trying to take it from Kip, and he's holding on to that thing with two hands when he makes contact. And now let's get a quick first here, and hopefully we can kind of just eat this clock out and ideally get some points on the board.
Clock continues to run. 2 minutes and counting left in quarter number 2. Remember, no 2-minute warning in high school. Back to the left of Kaminsky. Kaminsky won't give it to Brigham this time. Rather keeps it on the ground.
There we go.
Running for a first down is Kelly.
Nice job. Logan scored on a play like that last week against Ashland Greenwood. That was a big play. Logan is actually our backup quarterback, but he's like we were talking earlier. He's one of those guys. He's an athlete. We got to get him out there. If Jace is playing quarterback, he's a good enough athlete to get out there and make plays, and he plays a lot of defense, and now he's a playmaker on offense as well.
First down and 10. Ball spot at the 17-yard line. Two receivers to the right. Kaminsky spins out after the play fake, looking at the end zone. He's got a man. It's caught.
Hesser.
Touchdown. Cody Hesser.
Cody Hesser's first touchdown of his life. Great job, Cody. Little play action right there, and Jace just lays it over the corner of the end zone.
Extra point away from this being 28-0.
That's good. That's
and really
fantastic.
getting out of hand.
Great job by Cody there. And when you're 6'4", 6'5", and you're in the corner of the end zone and you lay it out there, no one's going to be able to stop that, which is a nice throw by Jace. And he had plenty of time to get his toes in.
Another one that has track speed out there is Hesser. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. It's 28-0 with 1:24 left in half number 1.
Yeah.
Really, this has gone every way you guys can have imagined it's gone.
It is. It's
only
going
thing
well.
That you guys aren't winning is a turnover battle right now.
Yeah.
They've turned it over twice, and Aurora's got one takeaway.
Putting it on the ground. That's something that they'll definitely talk about in the locker room, but so far so good. I mean, a day like today, homecoming, everything's kind of wild, energy, jitters, heat. There's still no excuse for putting it on the turf. You got to hold on to that thing when you're in contact. So hopefully they'll continue to work here. And there's an interesting spot. Last year at this time, we scored, I think, 2 or 3 times in the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. It was insane.
Wow.
So look for Coach Fox to be creatively using timeouts. He has all 3 timeouts left. If we can hold Aurora, we will definitely use timeouts and try to get the ball back, and who knows, maybe get another opportunity here. We'll definitely be looking for a stoppage and timeouts if we can get them.
Wahoo gets set to kick it away. If you've got the ability to make this 35-0, you got to remind me again, is running clock 35 or is it 42?
If we get to 35, then
That's
this
where it
game will
starts.
just really go quick because it's so hard when that clock never stops between plays to get anything back unless you can come back and score and stop that clock.
Huskies have really been punched
really
in their
tough.
mouths tonight. Shorter kick. Kleinschmidt will bring it out again, this time from the 10-15-yard line. He's got a good return and then eventually brings it down just about the 25-yard line. A flag is shot in from the back judge. We'll see what this flag is on. There is a Husky that lost his helmet.
You go on the tackle. I don't know if they're going to get what they're going to get on that.
Officials will discuss it over at the 25-yard line. Here's the call. Yeah, they get a face mask on Wahoo.
Okay.
So it gives Aurora a little better starting field position.
Yep.
With a minute 18 left.
Another miscue. Now they have a goal board that they do on every week, and it's things like, outscoring your opponent in the second half. Oh, there's like 4 or 5 main goals. One of them involves penalties on special teams, because if you can stay penalty free on special teams, make a big play on special teams, that's a huge factor in a game.
Yes.
And then you give a team 15 free yards after making a nice coverage. You don't want that. You definitely want to eliminate those mental mistakes. That's an unforced error, a face mask like that.
First down and 10 for Aurora at their own 42-yard line. Low snap again. This time they give it right up the middle. Bit of trickery from the Huskies, but he got a yard, maybe 2. Pollitt was the one who kept it himself, and he went nowhere.
Kind of a
Yeah,
I don't even know what that was, like a shovel pass or a little – wasn't a double – it didn't look like a double handoff. Could have been a double handoff. I couldn't see it because we're kind of staring into the sun here. But, yeah, it was good that we stayed home and were able to keep that to a no gain.
You had Carson Allen who came around, as did Ian Jensen out of the backfield.
Looks like we're not taking timeouts. Maybe we're
44 seconds left in quarter number 2.
Let it go to half.
It seems like that's what Coach Fox's decision is. Man in motion from right to left. It's Kleinschmidt. Pollitt drops back, throws on the run, passes. You can say incomplete. No, it's incomplete.
I can't believe this belly flop O-line thing. All 5 linemen go to the ground like they're in trouble at practice and doing an up-down. And it just unleashes our defensive line forward. And I suppose if it's a screen, that would be a good thing. But it's kind of an interesting thing to see out there. They've done it 2 or 3 times already tonight. And so far, it hasn't fooled the guys up front, which is good.
It seemed like they're ready for it. And if you put it on tape, it gives Wahoo a lot to mess with as well, especially if you can really see anything on tape, and a timeout will be burned by the Huskies.
And you know what? If you're playing Aurora next week, you see that kind of stuff. You're like, well, we got to prepare for that. We got to prepare for this, quarterback throwback. They've really put some stuff on film in this first half. I know they're trying to just make plays and all that, but they're putting stuff on film because somebody's going to have to defend that in the next 6 weeks or whatever. So they're kind of throwing the kitchen sink at it. And you know what? What do you got to lose? I mean, you're out here, you're playing against a team that's, kind of favored, and you got to find a way to kind of make a play and get some momentum. So,
right.
Let's take a quick moment and say thank you to some more sponsors. We want to say thank you to Shutt Electrical and Contracting, Tim and Seth Molly, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Wahoo Concrete, Hardy Acres, Dylan of Wahoo, Berkshire Hathaway Home Source, and Baxter Real Estate, Tammy Bennett, Rivalry, Saunders County Chiropractic, Wahoo Dental Associates, Titles and Scooters, Estudillo and Verbel Families, Simon's Home Store, Retire Path Advisors, Woodsmith Builders, Union Bank and Trust, Wahoops, Saunders Medical Center, First Bank of Nebraska, JEO Consulting, and today's game sponsor for the homecoming is Wahoo State Bank.
I keep looking at my phone for the almighty Nebraska Score Feed app to check the scores around the state, and everybody's kicking off right now.
Yeah, no games have started.
my hometown Riverside Chargers, who played at 3 in an 8-man game, got a win.
Pullett steps up, pass is thrown out of bounds, incomplete. There was a Warrior coach that was in the area, and he dropped it. You would know. Which coach was that?
That looks like that Coach Verbka down there.
It might be Coach Verka.
The guy in the black is Coach Egger, former defensive back. He's one of those you touch it, you catch it kind of guys. Yeah, I think that's Coach Verka down there, linebacker coach, too. A couple of defensive guys down there. Catch that ball, fellas.
He's got to work on his hands trying to catch
yeah,
that football.
make a diamond, fellas. Look it in. Yeah.
That's what you preach to the guys in practice.
Right,
Lead by example.
Come up with that ball on the sideline.
4th down and 10. Highlight. Punt is away with 22 seconds left. Very, very high punt. Wahoo is going to clear out as it's going to take a hop, and
take any chances.
Aurora is just going to down it at the 31-yard line in Warrior territory.
Given the fact that Coach Fox didn't take any timeouts to preserve time, I'm guessing we'll take a knee here and
bring it to half.
Head to the locker room and discuss what we need to fix and what we need to do to come back out.
And in a game like this, you used to coach here at Wahoo. What are you telling the guys? Maybe not you. What is Coach Fox telling the guys where you're in front 28-0? I would assume something along the lines of, hey, we're right there, but we got to fix X, Y, and Z, and let's just keep doing what we're doing.
I think offensively things have went pretty well. They're probably going to see a few things on the video in terms of blocking, getting to certain linebackers or maybe a certain guy up front that's giving us trouble. Defensively, they got to figure out how they're giving up that edge and that running game. They've given up more run yards. Oh, are you kidding me?
10. They're trying a throwback. Christian's just going to throw it right back to his left side to Kaminsky. Lowers his shoulder, runs over a guy at the 45-yard line. Clock still runs. I think Wahoo just called a timeout with 5 seconds left.
I stand corrected on that stuff. I thought he was going to just take a knee, and he tried to do a throwback or a flea flicker type of thing. So we have a timeout with 5 seconds left. I don't know. I would say they're probably going to hand it off to Kip, but they might just drop back and go 4 deep and just see if they can make a play.
Run 4 verticals and say why not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, if Kip's out in space, if he gets out in space, it's over with. But they also have several guys across their wide receiver front. If they went 4 wide and sent everybody deep, I don't know. If they get the ball to him, it's going to be a tough cover. But I think I see Kip's in the slot out here with Caden. So,
and Kaminsky well enough. Can he throw the ball 65 yards, 70 yards if he steps into it?
He could throw the ball and get it to a guy. Like if you go full speed right now and he lets go of it, I bet he could get it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we'll see if that's what they choose to do. 1st down and 10 from the 45-yard line in their own territory. 5 seconds left. Kaminsky drops back, rolls out to his right, has got the wind, is just going to step up and throw it on the run at the line of scrimmage. Ball is batted.
Go.
It's caught by Christian.
Christian, are you kidding me?
Touchdown, Wahoo. Caden Christian catches the ball off a deflection, and it leads to 6 for the Warriors.
Unbelievable. Oh, he dropped the flag. They're saying Jace
was an illegal
pass. They're saying he was over the line.
You and I had the best view of it.
It was really close.
My
first thought was, oh, geez, he's pretty far downfield. But a great throw. He got it down to about the 20, and a defender jumped up, tipped it, and Caden was right there. It was, kind of almost Minneapolis Miracle type stuff. But,
illegal
so they're
pass,
just gonna, that'll be it, I suppose.
And that is the end of half number 1.
Well, a crazy way to end a crazy first half.
Yeah, exciting first half as well, back and forth in terms of all sorts of excitement, but the score leans one way, 28-0 Warriors in front of the Aurora Huskies.
Yeah.
Bring you back in, Kelly.
Yeah, well, it's a homecoming night, and a lot of festivities are going to be happening. I do know that the marching band has been working on, so we're going to show their show, and afterwards I know that they'll be doing the announcing of homecoming queen, or will they do any of the homecoming stuff? That's going to be.
I think that's right after the game.
Right after the game. And so that's.
Well, I think it is. I think it is. Are they doing homecoming after the game or at halftime? After. Okay, yeah.
All right, so
we'll have the dance team showing up here in a second.
Yeah.
And then They're going to do a little marching.
So we'll have the dance team, then we will go ahead have the marching band, and then we have an interview with Wahoo State Bank, the game sponsors, talking about being a part of the broadcast and a part of the Warriors. We do want to say thank you also to all the sponsors: JEO Consulting, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store, Retire Path Advisors, Estudillo and Vibral Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic, Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Source, Ambassador Real Estate, Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contracting, and Tim and Seth Molly Construction. Let's go ahead and enjoy the students and the hard work they do during halftime.
So how many of you just got a haircut after tomorrow?
It's actually, game day is always the easiest because it's the scoreboard, sideline, end zone, wide. And then we send it out in the exchange film. It's just scoreboard, sideline, end zone. Across the ball to all the teams.
Everybody else is looking at. So you do tights on both sides of the line of scrimmage when it goes to break down.
Yeah, so we do it so end zone, the main end zone is our backs, and then the second end zone is the opponent backs. So
We intercut all that stuff on the zones.
yeah, it's when it all matches up play-wise, it's really easy. It's really easy. Practice is harder sometimes because like we have 3 fields, so you have 3 team periods going at once. We have 18 cameras running in practice. So like TV's on there, Indy film, D-line, O-line is the most pressing about their Indy where they want everything filmed that we have. People, full cam before.
Just the one where you're holding like this,
Yeah.
right behind the guys.
Yeah, we use that, and that's usually our main end zone in practice as well. They love it's a pretty cool one. So.
Is it just a little GoPro on that, or is it more of a legit?
It's more of a legit camera, so it's just one guy that stands back.
It's got a little wireless remote or a little wired remote with it.
Yeah, it plugs into the recorder, and then the recorder has a cord that shoots up 15 feet to the camera, so it just stands there. And
So the camera just streams into a box. And you take all those boxes and upload them off there.
it goes right to SD cards and upload it during practice. So, because I'm always at practice, I used to film, and then I just know the lingo and the language so well, I just strictly import.
So when they do a game film, are those cameras just one stream, or are they hit and
By
start
play.
stop
It's
every
by
play?
play.
Okay.
Start, stop every play.
So all your filmers just know as he's walking up to the ball, breaks the huddle, they
Yeah.
start filming, or if they're a hurry up team, you kind of got to be.
We do really good training them to make sure it's like, you know, you gotta start here, start here. This is how it looks.
And you don't want a bunch of extra. What's the worst? I was watching film today, watching Aurora's last game, and they have like 8, 9, 10 seconds. Guys walking up to the huddle, and then they're looking around. It's like, I want to cut all this out so I can just watch.
It's horrible.
It's tough to.
This is me during practice where we have, those are 4 computers I just import on, and I have 2 people that cut up the film on 5 times speed that sit to my left. So like, they run the cards over, we have a little bag over here.
Yep.
They'll drop the cards in the bag, I raise it up, and then I just plug it into a bunch of SD card readers, name it.
As soon as they walk off the field, you're just going. Or is it even like right when O-line gets done with any time, you're uploading their stuff?
We're uploading this stuff throughout practice because
wow.
the coaches want to get back and they just want to start breaking down immediately.
That's awesome.
So it's a lot.
That's awesome.
So yeah, like Midland and Concordia, their huddle cameras, we actually turn their huddle cameras off when we take over the screen.
Yeah,
Because they want our cameras because
it's better.
They're better, yeah.
It's definitely better.
Yeah. The huddle having the robot watch the plays, this big, Zapruder shot from space look, but if you want a good box shot and you want to see tackle to tackle or wing to tackle, it's nothing better.
what I'm sending it is 4K. So
Right.
I'm sending it here
Yeah.
4K so they can see it back.
Yeah,
Right.
Huddle is 1080p at max.
maybe 780. I think it was 7. For a while, you couldn't load up to 720. Because we have these nice Vixia cameras, and they're really good low light cameras, and we had to double down to get them to work with that one. I think great video. It's just
Yeah. So I can actually still have a 4K here, but then my conversion over to Huddle TV, I have to dumb it down.
So then where do you go once you get are you getting a graduate degree in broadcasting or something, or?
No, so I'm still in school. I'm a graduate manager, still an undergrad.
Okay.
So I'm finishing in May. I'm looking for just a regular degree in broadcasting, and then we'll see what happens this summer. I'm not going back to the mill. I can tell you that.
Nobody wants to do that.
No.
Back where?
To the Fremont Mill.
I'm the only crazy one that's been
We're doing the Moo games on a 95-degree afternoon.
Yeah.
I bet the press box at that old field is nice.
Oh yeah.
The press box is smaller than this by a landslide.
It looks like a
The press box is probably from the black box to here. And
Yeah.
It's just
here.
Yeah, from where that black line is over. That's where it is. And the ceiling is as high as this window.
Yeah, they were built from the 1940s.
Hopefully, did they even give you a window air conditioner to help cool it down?
I think it was put in there in the 70s. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you done stuff with Midland this year?
Yeah, I'm doing their football, volleyball, both their basketball.
Yeah, water would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I'm doing just football, volleyball, and basketballs for Midland.
You met, I think he said he was doing Midland stuff this year. He was working with Walnut Media. Bridger Cruz.
He's not shown up yet.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if he's supposed to or not supposed to, so.
My guess is he will be there tomorrow.
Hey everybody, it is BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, and WahooRadio.com. We are with the Athletic Booster Club game sponsors for the homecoming game, the football game tonight. It's Wahoo State Bank. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us today. So we want to kind of give a moment for you to be able to talk about, stepping into the roles, keeping a part of the community, and really being a big part of sponsoring the athletic department and showing the future of that. So what is behind the mindset for you guys of doing that?
Well, I think our whole history of our bank, we've had the mindset of supporting community activities. We view the schools as an important part of the viability and vitality of our community. So it's kind of a natural when there's opportunities to step up and get involved in new opportunities, sponsorship opportunities. And this latest one, we're an anchor for this coming years, and we're glad to be doing that. And there's just a great energy that's generated by athletics at each sport. Mm-hmm. So it's just natural for us. Our customers, our whole community is involved, so it's just a natural for us to be involved.
And I don't think people realize the whole point of what the Booster Club is trying to do is raise funds to be able to provide those that we don't want to have to go through the school board, or we don't want to have to take tax money out. So it's businesses like the Anchor, which is now Wahoo State Bank, helping pay for like the scoreboard that's in the new gymnasium. Something that it's an extra, but it does a lot for the students, giving them the opportunity to learn on just that type of project and take that into the next level. So again, focusing on the future, where do you guys see the future for the economy of Wahoo and how you're impacting on that?
Well, great question. Wahoo's a strong community. Schools are good. We got a strong farming community. Businesses downtown, it's the fullest we've ever seen it in the years I've been around here, which is 27 years, and Greg's a lot more history than that. So we think we're, economically very solid right now. A few questions out there on the macroeconomy is where all that's at, is that Wahoo in general is a great place to live, work, play. Schools are solid. Hospital is great. Good local businesses. So we have great support from the community here at the bank, and we like to support schools and all the everybody that that could use our support, I guess. So we like to give back as well as they're helping us out. So.
Yeah, well, and the banks like Wahoo State Bank are really central as a part of so many aspects of the growth of a community, and that part of that is the growth of the schools, because we bring more people in, more housing. You guys are involved in that, tremendously, aren't you? More industry, more housing means more industry, means more people, means the school grows, and so there are more needs. So you guys be stepping in and being a part of that. We're just so grateful for you to be a part of that. Just kind of talk really about the pride you have in our community and what you have in Wahoo State Bank.
Well, we couldn't be more proud to be part of Wahoo. As Kevin mentioned, the community is just doing very well, and Wahoo High School in particular with the new additions to their school facilities. And so they're supporting multiple levels. We're a sports town. I think I'm not shy to say that's a positive thing. It brings families to our town, which in turn causes the town to grow. And we do house loans, so that's another area that grows when schools grow. But with the investment that Wahoo has made into their facilities, it's again hand in hand with what helps our whole community and our bank, because as our customers do, so do we. So we view any investment in our community as positive for all of us, and again, excited to be part of this sponsorship opportunity for Wahoo High School and the new scoreboards. And all the kids are great athletes, but they're also great students. So I think you can feel good about your support of athletics, because many of the students, if not all of them, are very good students.
Yeah. And then, so if you want to learn more about Wahoo State Bank, it's easy to do. One, you can walk in. Nice facility here. Websites, right? And as well, and social media. So again, serving the community in so many different ways. We have to be careful, FDIC rules, obviously, what we can say. But again, an anchor partner with the Wahoo High School Booster Club, Athletic Booster Club. And thank you guys for everything that you do to be a part of it, and a part of what we do as a broadcast on BSDN Live, WahooRadio.com, and Saunders County Online. We just really appreciate you guys.
Well, thanks for the opportunity to talk a little bit, and we enjoy what we do, love supporting the community, and we're certainly proud of what the area schools and Wahoo High and all the area schools are doing athletically, academically. We've got a good thing going, so we'll keep doing our part also.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kelly. Glad to be here.
Is helping provide vital resources. We want to say thank you so very much. Programs, support our coaches, and create opportunities for our students to grow both on and off the field. The continued support from Wahoo State Bank makes a meaningful impact, not just financially, but through the encouragement it shows to our youth in their pursuit of excellence. We're proud to have a community partner that believes in the power of teamwork, dedication, and school spirit. Thank you, Wahoo State Bank, for investing in the future of our athletes and standing with us in building a stronger Wahoo. Join me in a big round of applause for a great bowling team at Wahoo State Bank.
So let's go ahead and say thank you to some of our sponsors as we continue on right here on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Saunders County Online YouTube, BSDN Live. As we are about just a few minutes away from the second half. Warriors leading 28-0. Almost had that touchdown, but was called back because crossing the line before the throw. But again, we want to say thank you to all sponsors. So let's go ahead.
Thank you to Matt and Emily Novak for the donation of the Chiefs tickets and fifth prize.
And do that right now.
Plus 2 Chiefs tickets. So here we go. We're going to draw for the fifth.
Tonight's sponsor, you just heard from them, was Wahoo State Bank. Again, great sponsor and anchor sponsor for the Wahoo Athletic Booster Club. Also want to say thank you to other anchors like JEO Consulting, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, and Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store, Retire Path Advisors, Estadillo and Verbal Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic. Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate, Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shuttle Electrical Contracting, Tim and Seth Molly Construction.
Josie Cook. Josie Cook is our winner of 4 cheese tickets at the hotel stay.
So they're right now going ahead and giving away some of the stuff to be able to do. They had a drawing for the Booster Club, so including some Kansas City tickets and the side-by-side. I think somebody who just won a side-by-side, pretty excited about that. So
Brian?
Brian Simons. Brian Simons.
So let's listen in as that continues on right here before the second half.
Tickets, and a special thank you again to the Casey and Lisa Flair family, and Matt and Emily Novak family.
So did you get your interview going? Yeah. Oh, cool. I'm done. So you interviewed Greg down there from the bank? Or who'd you interview from the bank? Yeah.
Greg and Kevin.
Yeah. Kevin is wearing a blue shirt in the concession stand, and I think it's making him sweat a little more than usual because he's a big Newman guy. I didn't know he was a
big conversation.
stud athlete at Clearwater High School in Nebraska back in the day.
Really?
And I didn't know this until I went back for a reunion, and a guy who was a senior when I was a freshman said his name, and I go, you can't be talking about the same guy. I know. And it's the same guy. Like, I was in the gym with him 35 years ago by Clearwater basketball, and there he is right there.
Just a reminder, Warrior fans, after the game, we will be introducing our homecoming court and crowning our king and queen. Invite you to stick around, and all players off the field. Get things settled and begin shortly after that.
Welcome back as we continue on with Wahoo Warrior football right here on BSDNLive.com, Saunders County Online YouTube, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube. And 99.3 FM, KWAB.
There we go.
On
Wahoo
air.
Radio.
If you can't find it, you're just not looking, right?
That's right. The blowtorch coming out of Wahoo.
Yeah, getting there.
That's what it seems like.
Building a media empire.
That's right. One Kip Brigham touchdown at a time. And
Well,
finally, scores are rolling in
I
from
know.
around the state. We started so early. We got a big one out in, we got Ashland versus Scotus at Ashland. And after Ashland kind of got roughed up by the Warriors last week, I was kind of wondering how that game might go. Scotus is pretty good. It's tied at 7 in the first quarter. Bishop Newman in a battle. They're the number 1 team in C2. This town's crazy, by the way, Bobby. Bishop Newman, number 1, down 14-0 to West
Wow.
Point Beamer.
Wow. That's a big one early.
That's at Newman. That's across town right now. Pierce has jumped out to a 14-0 on DC West. Fort Calhoun up on Boys Town 8-0. Syracuse over Logan View 6-0. Yeah, a lot going on.
I was gonna say, you know this a little better than me. What's it like in the battle between Wahoo and Bishop Newman here in town?
Well, it's much less fervent when we don't play each other in football. Now it's just kind of like, hey, you guys are doing great. We're doing great. You know, good for everybody. When we were both in C1, I mean, usually the last game of the season or somewhere around there, we played those guys, and it was you could rob the house because everybody's at the game, and it is a really, really heated rivalry. And those games were always really good. You had some guys like the Vedral kid that went to Nebraska and played at Rutgers. We had, a lot of times you'd win that game and you'd be, setting yourself up to go into the playoffs in a pretty high seed because you're always winning a game where the other team had a really good record.
Right.
Playoff points-wise, it was huge. But from an in-town perspective, it was really huge. And up until, it seemed like I think we broke a 17-game losing streak in, I think, 2010. When we went to the semis, we had a really good team that year, and we were able to beat them down there for the first time because they had a heck of a run. They had a bunch of guys, just great teams. They won a couple championships in the early 2000s. It was really a pretty heated rivalry, but we could never get a win on them. And then in about 2010, we got a win on them. And then after that, we were having some success. And then there was a couple times where they got us, but it's pretty heated rivalry. And even though we don't play them in football, it's still a pretty heated rivalry.
Oh, yeah. When you talk to the students, it's still,
They still don't like each other.
Yeah. The kids like each other, but they
talk
they
like,
talk
no,
like it,
I
yeah.
don't like you.
Yeah, when it's
suddenly, like my kids, I hear the Seinfeld Newman.
yeah. Yeah, it's and they've got a lot of tradition down there. Coach Turman was down there forever, won like 250 games. It's insane. He's won a bunch of championships, tons of talent. Everybody's like, what is going on in Wahoo? Why? And it's, we have a lot of families, a lot of kids will graduate, but, they might go down to Omaha or Lincoln, go to school or whatever. Then they can come back and live here and still work in the metro. So a lot of families will move back. So we've been steadily increasing in size, and a lot of, I was just walking by 4, 5, 6 dudes that I coached 15, 20 years ago that their kids are here, they're coming to games, and this culture, a lot of times the trouble is you move away from your hometown and then you don't come back much because you're, on this side of the state or you move away out of state. But we get a lot of people that do come back because it's a really nice town, and, we're close enough. We can go down to the Huskers on Saturday. We can go into Omaha and do stuff. It's a great place to be,
It's a 30-minute trip to Lincoln. How far is it to Omaha on a good day?
Pretty much the same.
Yeah, 30 minutes to everywhere.
Wow.
You can get to Village Point, 168th and Dodge in 30 minutes easily.
Fremont's
it's not
30
bad.
minutes.
Yeah, Fremont, Columbus is an hour away, so it's a good
Right.
spot. Ball.
Aurora muffs the kickoff, and that's how we start up half number 2.
All right.
And Wahoo brings Kleinschmidt to the ground at the 28-yard line. Well, the wackiness and wildness just continues. It is 28-0 Wahoo, 11:54, and
Yeah, we had a double muff there. He picked it up and dropped it again and picked it up, and he's lucky he didn't cough that thing up with the Warriors bearing down on him. So now we got good field position, I guess, and Let's play some D.
The sun is not quite fully set just
No,
yet.
it's not.
It is just right at the top of the trees right now, trying to brush over. The entire field is covered with shade, which is good news. First play from scrimmage is Ian Jensen up the middle. He got a carry for 6 or 7 yards, and he'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Aurora Huskies.
Yeah, and coming out of the locker room, I'm sure there's adjustments that Coach Iverson, Coach Fox made in terms of the gains they were able to make on the edge, and now I'm sure Aurora is looking to make some counters to that. Look, if they're going to cover up the edges, we'll try to hit them up the middle and take advantage of this 3-man front.
2nd down and 3. They hand it off again to Jensen. He stumbles for a 1st down out to the 40-yard line, still in Aurora territory, but another Husky 1st down as they move the chains. I'd expect the Huskies to come out a little more hungrier this time in the second half. You get punched hard in the mouth, and this is a game Wahoo could really be in front 42-0 here, John.
Yeah, it's absolutely. The key is, can we get it to 35, and then really that clock. The clock's their enemy anyway, being down 28. And, when you run the ball, that ball's on the ground.
Pollitt tried to keep it. He lost the football. Who's on top of it?
They get it back.
The officials are going to get together.
It looked like we had it for a second, but there was a white jersey right in the middle.
Football's
they
going
got
to
her
stay
back.
with Aurora. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 after Wyatt
dodged a
Pollitt
bullet
kept it
there.
himself.
Yeah, but good job getting after it, stripping the ball. And, they're running the ball, which, you can't throw it every down, but that clock sits there and ticks when they run it. It's almost like it's a running clock right now because they haven't done anything but run on these first 2 plays. So there's got to be a little sense of urgency to try to whittle at this lead.
2nd down and 10. Pollitt keeps it. Is going to throw. He's got a man at midfield. It's caught. 1st down, staying on his feet, fighting for some extra yardage. And able to get just enough to move the chains, and another 1st down is Ryan Stair. Made a few moves.
Made a couple moves. We had some pressure on him, but he was able to get the yardage to get that line to gain. And now clock's back running at 10 minutes.
Receiver to the right. 2 receivers to the left and a tight end on the left side as well. They keep it on the ground. It's going to be Pollitt this time. Makes a few moves. Almost at the football jarred free again, but he's brought to the ground at the Wahoo 44-yard line.
He's definitely earning his money tonight, their quarterback, Pollitt. He's running the ball quite a bit. Pretty good athlete, pretty good runner, but it's physical at the point of attack. These guys, they pride themselves in how physical they are on defense. And Coach Iverson's an intense dude. I know he got after him this week. I told him did he do a Matt Rule type of thing, but he got after him this week when practice wasn't going very crisp and they were kind of lollygagging around. And you can't settle. There's no resting in this situation. You got to always be going.
2nd down and 7. Again, they'll keep it on the ground with Jensen up the middle. First contact, try to fight for an extra yard. He got an extra yard. It's 3rd down and 6. And while we have a moment, Nebraska volleyball is also in progress right now in the middle of a match. They're even at 1 in sets 1. Utah won the first set, and Nebraska returned the favor, winning set 2, 25-8.
Wow.
That is Nebraska's biggest set win of the year.
That's incredible. Give up a first set like that.
And they just won the 3rd set as well, I believe 25-17, and they will be up 2 sets to 1 heading into that 4th set.
That Kentucky game the other day was incredible.
It was. 3rd down and 6. Pollitt stepped up to the line of scrimmage, delivered a throw. It was caught. It's another 1st down for the Huskies at past the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and they're getting some yardage here. But the thing that's really interesting is they're not really in hurry-up mode. They're still impatient. They're not really huddling, but they're not running up to the ball either. So the clock right now is kind of on our side, but we definitely need to bend but not break.
8:10 to go, left in quarter number 3. Again, they give it to Jensen up the middle. Made a few cuts, made a few moves, got a yard, maybe 2, if that, to the 33-yard line, and Nebraska just won the 3rd set, 25-18.
Amazing year they're having.
It is. Really talented team.
That's incredible to watch them.
28-0 still on our end between Wahoo and Aurora. As much as we'd love to talk about Nebraska volleyball, we got a football game.
We do got a football game going on here.
We got to talk about 2 receivers to the right. They give it again to Jensen, and now a quick throw out to the right. Allen not able to get out there quick enough on the screen. Too far out in front of him. It's incomplete, and it brings up 3rd down and 8.
Okay, big play right here, because if we get the ball back, there's definitely going to be some clock time churning, because we're going to run that thing and really try to whittle away at this, because if it gets to 35 and the clock runs with no stoppages, it's really hard. Because that clock just flies.
You can stamp that as game over.
You know, I do want to interject really quick there, John. You say that every time, and then they go for a two-play.
What am I doing? I'm kind of like, he'll never miss this field goal, and then they miss it, right? He hasn't missed an extra point all year.
3rd down and 9. 3 receivers out wide to the right. Pullett hands it off to Jensen on the play. Fake is going to keep it. Pullett taking a shot towards the end zone. He has a man.
Nice.
It's broken up. Caden Christian got his hand on it. Incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Definitely had a man there. Beautifully thrown ball, and Caden just – and the guy was actually on top of Caden a little bit, but Caden sped up at the end, batted it away. He was just setting him up for a pass breakup attempt. That's what he was doing, yeah. But, no, great play by Caden there, who's been making plays all night on both sides of the ball, really.
Offensively and defensively, he has been a massive playmaker for the Warriors. And you can say that he got maybe chipped out of a touchdown at the end of half, but he can't throw the ball in front of the line of scrimmage. And
that's right,
that's what happened.
Yeah.
I always thought is like if you had at least the back foot behind, it would stay. But it's usually where the football leaves his hand.
And I thought every bit of you had to be over the line of scrimmage, too. And if we go back and do a Fox Sports instant replay type thing, it might look one way or another.
Pull it
Here
again,
we go get it.
Shot to the end
Hesser,
zone.
nice.
It is incomplete. Hesser knocked it away.
I thought the professor was going to pick it off, but you shouldn't pick that ball off. Now, I don't know if those guys are thinking about don't pick it off because it's 4th down, but it's hard to tell a high school kid, don't intercept the ball, just knock it down.
Yeah, because it looks great on the stats.
They want it. Yeah, they want to get the ball. But now just batting it down gives us great field position, 25 yards down. Now, if you pick it off and go to the house, that's one thing. But Cody did a great job of jumping up there high point. He's got long arms. He's getting a rebound 11 feet in the air, so he's not going to allow that completion.
1st down and 10 for the Wahoo Warriors from their own 33-yard line with 7:18 left in the 3rd quarter. They give it to Brigham on the first play, and he's out across the field. He's got nobody in front of him.
One play
30,
drive.
20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Wahoo.
One play drive.
And now the running clock
pulling up
the
his pants there in the end zone. It's a tough day to be a defender when you're trying to get a hold of Kip Brigham. It's rough.
Kip Brigham breaks off another touchdown run. He starts off the second half the same way he started off the first half.
Yeah, and it looked like he was wrapped up after 5, 6, 8 yards, and they were just holding on, and he kept running his feet, and he just runs away from contact, and he's a wheel breaker, man. He'd be brutal to try to game plan for defense.
I could only imagine. Extra point try is up. Extra point try is good, and it's 35-0.
Run that clock, baby.
And it'll be after the kickoff is when the clock starts running.
Yeah, we kick this ball off. We can predict with extreme certainty that the end of the quarter will be in 7 minutes and 6 seconds because short of somebody getting injured, we get to 7:42, this quarter's over.
Put a close on it right around 7:42, 7:43.
Yeah.
And then that 4th quarter should be a breeze, and we might be out of here before 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a nice early night. Again, thank you to sponsors like Wahoo State Bank, the game sponsor for Homecoming, JEO Consulting, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store, and Retire Path Advisors. Estadillion for Ball Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Source, Ambassador Real Estate Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contracting, and Tim and Seth Molly.
What great supporters we have here in Wahoo. Kelly, that's incredible.
Making all this possible tonight.
I know Greg and up at Wahoo State Bank has been a great supporter for years. His son Christian played football here, but we were talking about breaking a streak when us and Newman were such heated rivals. Christian was on that team that helped break that streak back in 2010. He was a pretty good free safety, tight end, fullback, H-back type guy.
Wahoo kicks it away in front 35-0. Clock will run, and Kleinschmidt brings it out from the 7-yard line, running to his left towards the middle of the field, is wrapped up by a bunch of Warriors and is piled to the ground at the 31-yard line, and that clock will run for the next 6 minutes and 50 seconds unless, as you said, something were to happen. And we hope that does not.
Yeah, we don't want any injuries.
No injuries.
These types of games are great, but there's a very fine line when we get to we get into the fourth quarter. At some point, some of these older guys are going to start coming off the field, and because you just don't want them to get hurt in the end of a game like this. But at the same time, pride tells you we want to get a shutout and we want to win this game, decisively. And so far, so good on that. But
you put in some of the younger guys that don't play as much.
Yep.
Some of the student favorites on 1st down and 10. Pollitt's going to keep himself after the play fake.
Harry.
Jensen brought up down to the ground, immediately wrapped up and thrown down for a gain of nothing. And it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Coach Fox and I were talking about that, having the young players. Last season, there was only 2 games there was not a running clock. So that meant
they played so much.
The young kids played so much. They come in with so much experience.
Yeah, a ton of these defensive starters did not start any games last year, and they didn't play a lot of games until the 2nd or 3rd quarter when things got a little wound out. But, it's great. It's kind of like the Huskers of old. A lot of those guys, by the time they were juniors, were on the field, but because of blowouts and getting in games, they had been on the field for quite a bit. Come on.
Trying to avoid a sack throw. It's going to be caught right around the line of scrimmage by Carson Allen. He got a gain of 1. A circus play from Wyatt Pollitt to get a yard.
Looked like
3rd down and 9.
Looked like Logan Kelly and Eli Shada were right there, and he was running around for his life, and he threw it up for almost like a no-gain type of situation. But I saw Caden breaking on that ball. I thought, if he catches this, Caden might take it to the house. But so far, so good. We're getting a lot of pressure up front. They got a pretty big offensive line. That was one of the things I was thinking about when I was watching films today. They got a pretty good set of dudes up front. Can we handle that, and can we keep the pressure on?
3rd down and 9, 4:50 left and rolling, and they bring him down to the ground immediately, right through the O-line. Again, the Warrior defense and the D-line just proves to be pivotal.
Absolutely.
It's a gain of nothing for Ian Jensen.
Yeah, DJ Ohm in there, Logan Kelly in there making plays. And there's going to be a point in time, maybe we've crossed it, I don't know, but there's going to be a fatigue situation where there's going to be people starting to think about the bus ride home and less on, how can we win this play right now. But 4th and 9, I assume they're going to punt the ball. Yeah. Oh, geez.
They dropped the
just
snap,
about punted it into his fullback.
Was able to punt it away. The Warriors will let this roll inside the 20, and it dies at the 16-yard line, the 15-yard line, and the clock continues to run at 4 minutes.
That was
1st down and 10.
Very near disaster because he kind of had the fullback stepping up in front of him, and he's so close to the line of scrimmage, he almost punted it into his line. But he did get it off, and Kip didn't bother returning it because it was kind of a squib. So here we go. Now we've got 84 yards to go, and it looks like we'll run a handful of plays. Assuming we get a 1st down here, we'll run the clock out. We'll be in the 4th quarter. And that's where you kind of start thinking about getting some young guys on the field, or, do you get – maybe you want certain maybe backups with the starting line to get a good look at them to see how they perform, on the big stage.
1st down and 10, and they keep it on the ground. I believe that was Kip Brigham again. He got maybe a yard or 2. Might not have even been Brigham.
Yeah. It's always tough. Like, if games get really out of hand, usually the varsity plays 1 series on offense, 1 series on defense, and then it's over and it's after the second half. But this game, even though it's 35-0, it's not that same type of game. Now, once the 4th quarter hits, potentially there could be some guys that are done for the night. But I think we're still letting those big dogs eat right now at 35-0.
Yes, Kaminsky's still in there, as is Kip Brigham. 2nd down and 7. Clock runs at 2:40 in this 3rd quarter, running clock in a 35-0 game. Quick throw out to the left side. Hessler's going to catch it. He's going to turn upfield.
There we go.
Tries to break 1 tackle and is going to be tossed to the ground at the 28-yard line. Just got to the 1st down marker, a little past it. This should move the chains for another Wahoo 1st down, and it will.
Yeah. Nice safe play there by the professor. Got 2 hands on the ball in contact, which is good. He doesn't want to put it on the turf again. And moving the chains, and that's really what it's all about. It's just great to see Cody out there making plays, being a first-year player. I mean, he didn't even play in middle school football, I don't think. So this is his first go-around at all this.
First down and 10 from the 28-yard line. 2 minutes to go and clock runs. Kaminsky takes a shot deep down the far sideline. He's got Caden Christian, and it's batted away, incomplete.
It was a nice play by 7 there to go up and get the ball. And
good defense as well by the Huskies.
Yeah, both 7s, yeah. It looked like it was almost a 50-50 ball, slightly underthrown. I think if he lays it out over the top of that guy, Caden's running right now, but great play. I mean, that's something that they've kind of haven't had a lot. When we throwing the ball up, we've made a lot of plays, so that's something they can hang their hat on. And if you're on the other side of this, you're looking for anything that you can build on for next week. Hey, we made a nice job on this play. We made a nice run. They got some running game success.
Second down and 10. They give it to Kip Brigham again. Sheds one tackle, sheds another tackle. He's refusing to go down, but it's going to be brought to the ground regardless, and it's going to set up 3rd down and 6 with under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Sun still might be up by the time we get out of here, too.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we were anticipating.
I kind of figured 2nd quarter, but we're sitting here in the 3rd, and it's at least the Sun isn't in our direct line of sight, which is nice.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 from the 32-yard.
3rd down and 6.
I was kind of enjoying that, 60-degree, 50-degree hoodie weather for football. That's football weather right there.
You wouldn't see me complain whatsoever.
Oh.
2 receivers to the left for Kaminsky. 3rd down and 6. 24 seconds left in 3rd quarter. We got a false start. A few guys went early. A few guys didn't move whatsoever.
Yep. Well, if they roll the clock after this penalty, I'm surprised that if they run a play or not. They might just let it go.
I think they'll just let it roll.
I guess they're going to run a play.
They
what do we
will,
got now?
And then we have a whistle, another flag.
Another false start.
Someone go a little early again. 3rd down and 11.
Now this is going to draw the ire of Coach Fox over there. That's 2 unforced penalties in a row. And, the clock's going to tick. We're going to run out this quarter, and he's probably going to be talking to a few guys like some receivers or some O-linemen that need to just sit in their stance and let this thing happen. And, you don't want to get sloppy in a game like this. You want it to be crisp. This has so many parallels to last weekend in Lincoln. You definitely want to finish and you want to play clean the whole way. And when guys come in, you want them to play clean the whole way. And it's been pretty good, but there's been some sloppiness that you kind of don't like.
Well, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. That'll bring us to quarter number 4. And Kelly,
yes,
we're going to thank our sponsors.
Yes, thank you to all the sponsors for bringing the game right here on BSDNlive.com, Saunders County Online YouTube, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, and 99.3 FM, KWAB, WahooRadio.com. We have the game sponsor tonight is Wahoo State Bank, been a part of the community for many, many years. JEO Consulting, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store and Retire Path Advisors, Estudillo and Fabral Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Source, Ambassador Real Estate, Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contract, and Tim and Seth Molly Construction.
There we go. We had a little honor on the field. Trevor Ehrlich, former Warrior, jacked ex-Warrior running back who did the flag tonight. Thank you, Trevor, showing up for some love here, flexing the guns for everybody.
3rd down and 16. To begin quarter number 4, 12 minutes. The clock will start running. If you set a timer, we'll be out of here before 8.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we get that or not.
All the homecoming kids will be fired up. They'll have that much more time to go to a crowd in the middle of a gym and hop around to some random hip-hop songs.
3rd down and 16. Kaminsky rolls out to his right, sets his feet, throws. His pass intercepted at the 40-yard line. Running it back inside the 25-yard line and being knocked down out of bounds right around that 25-yard line is Hudson Decker.
That's tough. Yeah, that was a
And it gives Aurora amazing starting field position.
late throw across the middle. You know, you always talk about that. And I think it was Cal Bapst who looked like he was open for a second, but they made a good job breaking the ball. Now they're fixing to put some points on the board here. Now we want to preserve this shutout, and the fellas on the defensive side are going to be hungry to lock things down. Let's hope they can get her done.
Be first down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Huskies have yet to get into the red zone tonight. Looking for their first try right here. They're on the fringe of it. In most cases, you might consider this the red zone. And is brought down immediately for a loss.
Nice job by Cash Parsons right there.
As I believe, again, Ian Jensen who got it. He got a loss of maybe 3 yards. They've switched it up at quarterback. It is no longer Wyatt Pollitt. I believe it is Sam Jones. Number 14,
Yeah,
it is
sophomore.
Sam Jones.
And maybe they're looking to maybe give an older guy some rest. You want to get a guy hurt for their stretch run of the season. Give the second
Because
guy a
Aurora
look.
is going to fall to 0-3. But there's still a lot of games left to be played.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can get in the playoffs at 6-3 and C1. There are even some teams last year got in at 5-4. So there's a lot of football for everybody left to be played.
Second down, a gain of nothing again for Ian Jensen. It's going to bring up third down as those Sam Jones that time. Well, here's the upcoming schedule for Aurora. They'll have SCOTUS next week. They'll play at Grand Island Northwest.
Yeah, that's a rival, yep.
At Adams Central. Then back home against Lincoln Christian, at Milford, and then end the year against Central City. There's winnable games on that schedule.
Yeah, there are, but there's some tough ones. Central City might be – they're the team we played in the championship last year in Memorial, and they bring a lot of guys back. And they have a
really good athlete.
They have a Kip Brigham of their own on that team who's really, really dynamic. And, no, they're a high-powered offense, so that'll be an interesting game. Their last game of the season might be their postseason life if they can rattle off 4 or 5 wins.
Third down and 13. Sam Jones rolls out to his right, throws on the run, looking to the end zone. He's got a guy. Did he come down with it inbounds? He did not. Incomplete, and it's fourth down.
That was a great effort
out there.
Yeah,
I
that
believe
was a great
Allen
catch.
Again.
Great throw and catch. And, everybody kind of holds their breath when that ball's in the air. And it right there, Josh Fox was right there, Logan Kelly right there, Cody Hesser on the coverage. And great job pulling it down.
The fourth down coming up. The one who came down with the catch out of bounds was Ryan Stair. It'll be fourth down and 13. Again, Aurora still hasn't punched it into the red zone. They were a yard away with under 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. In just a minute, we'll get into the Wahoo upcoming schedule. A few tough games on that schedule as well.
Yeah, we got a little stretch here where things are going to be pretty tough.
Fourth down and 13. Low snap to Jones. Drops back, tries to set up a screen. Passes, batted away, incomplete. Unable to come down with an interception, but very close.
Great
in doing so.
Great.
Was Steichel again.
Great job covering the screen there by Harry, and then it was either Logan Kelly or I think Steichel maybe that was right there and almost picked off that screen when Harry took out their running back. So great defense by the Warriors. We got 8 minutes, and now you're probably going to see a few guys sprinkle in, maybe some backups. Probably not a wholesale situation, but a few guys that will probably rotate in, maybe up front, maybe a receiver here and there. We definitely need to keep moving the ball.
First down and 10, 35-0 for the Warriors. 2 receivers out to the right, running to the left side and really going nowhere that time. I don't know if that was Brigham again.
Yeah, it looked like he took it off tackle there,
did.
kind of a zone look, and just followed his guys and plowed ahead for 3 or 4.
I'd say it's a gain of 2. Second down and 8, 7.5 minutes to go.
2-yard gain on the play, second down and 8 from the
Yeah, and that clock's just ticking. I mean, nothing anybody can do short of a timeout or a penalty or an injury. So
Brigham in the backfield again. 2 receivers to the right for Kaminsky. Now a tight end, dual tight end on the right side of the line. Brigham flips to the left side. They will give it to Brigham running off tackle to the right side. Brigham's got a first down and a lot of green grass in front of him, and he will not stop running until he makes it to the homecoming dance. Touchdown, Wahoo.
That was awesome. Yeah, we shifted. We had a strength to the left. We shifted over strength of tackle, wing. Everybody shifted over. tight end wing, and they didn't really move. And that instantly gave us numbers. So once we got a block on the edge and then we pulled 2 linemen, it was student body right. And Kip's going to come out of that scrum and, see ya. He's that guy.
Extra point away from this becoming 42-0 with 6:54. Clock stopped for now. Should it be running?
I think they stop it between possessions, penalties, timeouts, injuries.
Extra point is good, and it's 42-0 with almost 6.5 minutes to go in quarter number 4. And let's talk about the Warriors schedule coming up for you guys. You guys got Gross Catholic next week on the road. Play DC West next week, or 2 weeks from now, and then Mount Michael Benedictine is up there. And then right at the end, you have LVSS. You know that.
Logan View, Scribner Snyder up there in Hooper, or Yuling, north of Fremont there,
all the way up by Yuling, and then Fort Calhoun and Concordia to end the year. So there are some tough games ahead out of the next 6.
DC West, Gross is a team that was preseason looking to be pretty competitive. DC West has a bunch of athletes. Mount Michael's 2-0 going into this week, and they're looking like they're going to be a team to be reckoned with. And then you got a run where you got Logan View, the Fort, and Concordia. I mean, so there's games where Wahoo should be favored, but you still have to play well, and you got to make plays because we're going on the road, and you got to do what you got to do. Otherwise, you'll end up with something that's not fun. But
you got a few games from
across the state. Games going. SCOTUS has beaten Ashland 28-14, big game. Beamer holding on against Newman 14-7. Pierce is 21-0 over DC West. Calhoun is 29-8 over Boys Town, so they're winning games. They're the 8th-ranked team on any score feed.
Kick is away. Kleinschmidt again, muffs it again, is able to recover, and is going to break it down the sideline. He's going to be shoved out of bounds. Now past the 30-yard line. Clock runs at 6:40 and continues to roll.
Yeah, and Gross is up 21-0 in Nebraska City. Syracuse is ahead of Logan View. Mount Michael 2-0 playing Schuyler 0-2. Probably going to get a win tonight. That'll put them at 3-0, which is big. Omaha Concordia 15-0 versus Louisville. And the thing with our opponents is we want them to get to 3 wins, because if you're 0-9, 1-8, 2-7, that gives you the lowest division of playoff points. But as soon as they get 3 wins, and if we were to win, that gives us another level of points. So we kind of want everybody to get to at least 3 wins.
And you want those teams that are ahead of you to win some games.
Yeah, you want your opponents to do well.
First down
so
and
that
10.
It helps you.
Carried
in
to
the
the right
point
side,
total.
down the sideline. Huskies break one free and then shoved out of bounds at the 45-yard line in Warrior territory. I believe it was Ian Jensen again.
And we do have a bunch of youngins out there right now. So the fight is on. It looks like if Aurora subbed down a little bit, it looks like we're kind of playing a Monday night JV game here. But the battle is, can we hold this shutout? Can we keep it 42 nut?
Warriors have not allowed a point all year to this point. Jensen still in the backfield, first down and 10 from the Wahoo 46. Man in motion from the right side to the left side for the Huskies. And again, they give it to Jensen. Jensen sheds one tackle, breaks free into open space, cuts it back to his left side, inside the 35, inside the 25-yard line. Jensen still going, tackled from his ankles, inside the 15-yard line down to the 11-yard line. And it's the first time tonight that the Huskies have gotten into the red zone, and it's with 5 minutes left and counting.
That is a fast little dude, and he's a senior, running back DB, 140 pounds, so he's probably,
he's
in
light
the too
as well.
deep, but he's making plays, and he's fast. I mean,
he's their starting running back.
He is their starting running back. Okay, well, then he should be fast. Well, he's seeing some holes tonight at this point that maybe he didn't see before, and these young guys got to buckle down and try to keep him out.
3 receivers to the right. Jensen is going to get it right up the middle. Won't score, but gets in closer inside the 5-yard line. And will bring up second down and goal for the Huskies with 4:20 and counting in quarter 4.
And he's definitely making plays, and those guys are opening up holes against our younger dudes there. And they're looking for something to hang their hat on for tonight. I mean, you walk away with no points, that's no good. So you're gonna run your dogs until you get something, and they're trying to find a silver lining in a night that hasn't had a whole lot of them. So they're gunning for a score here.
Second and goal. And in motion, again, Jensen gets the carry. No, it's going to be Sam Jones this time. Runs over a Warrior into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. And it
There
took
you go.
12 quarters,
Had
but
to
the
happen at
Warriors
some
have
point,
allowed
right?
their first point of the season.
Yep. Now, I'm confident in saying if we would not have pulled all our guys out, I think we could have held the shutout. That's what
I
I'm
would
going
agree
with.
you.
But, it's good to have those young guys out there battling because a year from now, when we go through another crop of seniors, those guys that are out there tonight fighting and battling, bullets flying, varsity team, that's going to help them for next year.
It will. Get that in-game experience
Yeah.
now. Bit of the swinging gate formation from the Huskies. Want to try the extra point to bring it within 35. Running clock will still be on with 3:47 to go in this fourth quarter. Extra point try is up. Extra point try is good. And it is 42-7 Wahoo on top of Aurora. Huskies have allowed their first points of the season. Or
Yeah.
The Warriors have allowed their first points
Yeah,
of the
that's
season
right.
to the
Yeah,
Huskies. Had it
yeah,
backwards.
that's. You can't be too disappointed when the first touchdown makes it 42-7. So, you definitely don't want to have older guys out there risking injury or anything crazy happening. So, you definitely want to get your young kids out there, let them run. Like right now, probably going to be I doubt it would be really crazy if they onside this kick. But I'm guessing you might have your varsity kick return out there.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to make sure we possess it, make sure we keep it.
Or at
Not
least you
trying to
mix
run
and
it back.
match.
We want to make sure it's a safe possession, or if you switch out anybody, it's not key guys on that return. So whoever's touching the ball is probably going to be
your
front
front
line
line
guy.
guys, you might take
Yeah.
out one or two, but you might want to keep the
Yep.
back end the same.
Yeah, and it looks to me like there's a bunch of varsity dudes out there right now, and they're putting their hands team on the field
Just to be safe.
just in case.
Now, you want to talk about unbelievable comebacks.
Mm-hmm.
Ravens-Bills had one on Sunday night, a 15-point comeback
Oh, that
with
was
5
crazy.
minutes left.
That was crazy.
35 points with 3 minutes and 42 points to be exact
Yeah.
with 3 minutes and 47 seconds left. I think no one in this stadium would have a pulse on either side.
It's crazy. If they onside this, I really don't think they'll onside this kick. But if they did, that's the kind of thing that creates a little bit of tension in that handshake line coming through at the end.
Yeah.
Because this game is over, and I think it's important that we just kick it off and we let the young kids play, and we don't think you're gonna.
The Warriors have realized that and are going to expect this
there you
full
go.
kick, and they will get one.
And this will probably be the last time these older kids touch the rock tonight.
Here's the return, and it's going to be out past the 35, brought down right by the 40 by Brigham.
And we're gonna have this 3-minute clock is gonna go really fast.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes, and it's going to go by.
They're just going to sit there like it's running right now. You're walking on the field. By the time you get it ready for play, everybody, the refs, the cheerleaders, everybody wants to get out here. The kids all want to go to homecoming, so they'll get to go to homecoming early.
So the dance is tonight?
It's old school. They went back
Wow.
in the day. That was kind of the thing. They'll bring the kids out right after the game because the homecoming guys, a lot of them are football players. They'll bring them right out on the track here. Bring the girls out, introduce all the candidates, and announce that homecoming king and queen right here, right after the game, and then they go right to the dance afterwards.
Wow. Yeah, I'm
It's,
used to you play Friday night, you get ready, you do the dance on Saturday.
Yeah, kind of prom-ish type deal. And that was the way it was here for a while, but they changed it a few years ago, and it makes tonight's crazy. Like our principal is all day, into the night. But the nice thing is you're all wrapped up, and then there's no tomorrow. There's no
Right.
Saturday. So all the fun, all the craziness.
You're able to make the drive down to watch Nebraska play Houston Christian
That's
tomorrow.
exactly right. You can get down tomorrow. Now, unless you're sitting in a gym in Arlington watching JV volleyball, which was what I'll be doing, watching my daughter play, I will have the phone in my lap if I get to 11 o'clock. But, otherwise I would probably go down and join my son in the bottoms for the
boy.
game.
That's where your son's living?
He's
living down there in
he's
the
down
bottoms?
there on Charleston Street,
Wow.
rocking the bottoms life.
Did you live down there?
I
back
did.
then?
I lived in New Hampshire a couple times. I lived right across the street from Devaney over on 14th Street.
Yeah. 2nd and 5. There's
Love
the
the bottoms.
handoff to the right side, a carry of just about 3 yards.
Yeah, we got.
That's the place to be.
That
on
is
game
the
day.
place to be. It's awesome. You park down there. It's a cool neighborhood. You walk over the bridge, and
Yeah.
it's the Sea of Red. Yeah, it's a good time.
you really want to have fun, you go to the bottoms.
That's right, yeah. And I don't know why anybody ever plays a football game at 11 o'clock in the morning. I would play night games all the time. And I know there's logistics and TV involved, but what a great environment last weekend was. I mean,
Yep.
it was the perfect weekend, because usually my weekend starts with Warrior football and then Husker football, and then I'm looking for, the Steelers or whoever on Sunday. But when the Warriors win on Friday night and the Huskers win on Saturday, all is well in my world.
Carried for about 8 or so yards by Logan Kelly. He moves the chains, another first down, and
we might get one more in here.
We
and
might
then
get one more play with 50 seconds
we'll
left.
Call her good.
But you being a Steelers fan, I'm sure you're pretty fired up to have Aaron Rodgers on your team.
Yeah, he looked pretty good last week.
He did. Was very good against the New York Jets.
He's not very mobile, but
Well, he's 40.
He's still got that cannon.
Were you mobile at 40?
I am not mobile. I don't know if I was ever mobile. But I couldn't throw it 70 yards in the air like him either. He's incredible.
Yeah.
And, he's kind of ageless on that deal, but that's fun to watch. Yeah, went from the Ashland game down to the Huskers, and then light show, and then Steelers. It was a good deal. Good weekend.
Handoff again on what should be the final play of the game. Breaking
Who's
one
that?
free out past the 40 to the 35-yard line.
22.
Should put a bow on this game.
Good
Getting
run
the
there
final
by
carry is
Lane Peterson.
Lane Peterson.
There you go.
And final score tonight, 42-7.
Fantastic.
All Warriors on top of the Aurora Huskies. Broke off early, never looked back. How about that? Time of game, 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's a great game. Lots of big plays, some crazy stuff like high school football is, and it's just good to be 3-0, regardless of how this went. It didn't look like the Aurora had the one kid that hurt his ankle or whatever early,
Yep.
but it looks like a fairly clean game. No crazy stuff, no pushing and shoving, just a good hard football game, and on to 3-0 for the Warriors.
Yeah, well, we're going to send the radio station back to regular programming, but the video will stick around here as we do us a little bit of post-game and have the announcements regarding homecoming. So
There you go.
tonight's homecoming game sponsor is Wahoo State Bank. Also, other sponsors for the Wahoo Warrior Athletic Booster Club and BSDN Live include JEO Consulting, First Bank of Nebraska, Saunders Medical Center, Wahoops, Union Bank and Trust, Woodsmith Builders, Simon's Home Store and Retire Path Advisors, Estudilio and Vibral Families, Titles and Scooters, Wahoo Dental Associates, Saunders County Chiropractic, Rivalry, Berkshire Hathaway Home Source, Ambassador Real Estate, Tammy Bennett, Sid Dillon of Wahoo, Hardy Acres, Wahoo Concrete, Edward Jones, Josh Kruger, Shutt Electrical and Contracting, and Tim and Seth Molly Construction. And you are still invited if you would like to be a part of the Booster Club and support the athletes, support the students. You can certainly contact the Wahoo Athletic Booster Club and be a part of that. You can go to Wahoo's Public Schools webpage or just search for them on Facebook.
Yeah, great game tonight. Well played game, I thought, overall. A few things when they watch film. Coach Fox will have that film in. He'll be watching it tomorrow morning, if not late tonight, trying to think of, okay, here's some things we did well, but here's some things we got to clean up before we go to Gross next week, which is going to be a physical game.
Yep.
There's no gimmies when you're trying to get back to Lincoln, and you're going on the road. I don't know if Wahoo's ever played at Gross, probably back in the day when everybody was Class B, but it's been I've never seen Wahoo at Gross, and they were a pretty good team last year, pretty physical. We ended up pulling away, but they're a pretty good team this year, so they're going to have their work cut out for you. New opponent playing on the turf next week. Things will be a little faster. Kip will be a little step faster, but so far, so good on rising to the challenge.
Well, I've had a couple of messages about tonight's game. Congratulations, gentlemen. You've done a fantastic job.
Wonderful.
The quote, apparently everybody hung on tonight, was he won't stop running until he gets to the homecoming dance.
That was a great line. That was like a Sports Center line right there.
Oh,
Kenny Mayne
I
coming out here.
had to work something into it.
That was
and,
awesome. Yeah.
I mean, he's ran all over this Husky team,
Yeah.
and I was like, you got to do something a little creative.
He's going to
so,
run out to the track and maybe become homecoming king here in a few
Yeah.
minutes. But it's a fantastic night. And like I always say, Kelly, it's a great day to be a Warrior. And now I transition my thoughts to Lincoln after tonight. But these guys have been having a great season. Lots of bright spots tonight. Cody Hesser, the secret weapon that hasn't really showed up yet this year. He's been on the field all over the place, but now he's making an effect in the paper because he's scoring touchdowns, he's making tackles, he's batting balls down. And so a new person to add to this team that wasn't there before is just adding to the number of athletes. There's so many athletes. I don't know. There's only one football. I don't know how they do it, but there's a lot of guys.
I know Caden Christian's a typical starter, but it felt like tonight was a really big game for him in a lot of different aspects.
It was a huge game, yeah. He made plays all over the place. And I would say he punted the ball well, but I don't know that we punted.
No, not very much.
No. Did we punt once?
Once.
Might have punted once.
And last game, I think there was not last game, last home game.
He's kind of, if he didn't play defense, he'd be kind of our Archie Griffin. He'd kind of be hanging around on the sideline thinking, what do I do? But he plays. He probably doesn't leave the field much, really.
No.
He's one of those guys, and he's a great athlete. I mean, he's like 6'2", 185 pounds, and he's fast and he makes plays. So, but there's a bunch of dudes like that on this team, and I mean, sometimes you play a team and they got like 3 really good players. It's really hard to kind of scout the Warriors because you could look at a bunch of guys and say, well, he'd start for us. That was always the thing we talked about as coaches. Well, how many guys on that team would start for us? And I think our guys would start on a lot of teams. And last year we had a bunch of guys that were backups that would have started on a lot of teams. And that depth is just so huge to get these games. And then you can get young guys in. You don't have to worry about beating up starters. Everybody stays fresh. And we're on to next week with injury-free for the most part, it seemed like, tonight. Landon Fye was out tonight. He hurt his knee last week, but he thinks he'll be back next week. Nothing real serious, just holding him out as a precaution. But he's another athlete that when he steps on the field, he's probably the fastest kid on our team by, a step or so. Him and Kip are both track fast, so it's a great night.
Yep. Our next broadcast, home broadcast on BSDNlive.com, Saunders County Online YouTube, and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube will be next Tuesday night. As for volleyball, it is DC West coming to play.
Oh.
And so we'll be here for that, and then get ready to see if we can probably be a radio broadcast because next week the opponents normally don't let us do video there. So
so they'll let us come in and maybe do some audio
and do some radio coverage. And
that
we'll
might be
see
fun.
If we can
Go
do
into
that.
enemy territory on the broadcast there.
Yeah, so
and then DC West comes here, right?
And then DC West comes here.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
Actually, 2 teams that we cover you can watch multiple ways. So
yeah, fantastic.
It'll be a lot of fun. Bobby, appreciate you.
Great job.
You did a fantastic job.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Anytime you want to come up, let me know.
Yeah,
Will do.
So
probably got some stuff to do tomorrow, but that's okay.
That is true.
And part of the Husker video team
It'll be an early morning tomorrow for sure.
So
that 11 a.m.
Good thing it's an early evening, so you can get some rest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So go home, eat some dinner, and be ready to go for tomorrow morning.
All right. Now we're going to be signing off of 99.3 FM, Saunders County Online, and on the video, we're going to be getting ready for the presentation for homecoming right here on BSDN Live and Saunders County Online YouTube and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube. Okay, radio's off.
All right.